this point, I will call session at start. Vasa and Hugo will, of course, awaken. So, party. It is about an hour or so after lunch, thereabouts. This is the Hans campaign. I need to be in the Mead campaign. There we go. Ecroromede, you studied and got your spells back. Velvin, I don't remember what you're doing, but I know that you're kind of low on hit points, and I believe Willow, the NPC cleric, has some heals available, as should Hugo, the player character cleric.
I am not low at all. I'm at 100% hit points.
Interesting. Your triage says 69. Kindly update when you can.
Yes,
Nice.
sir. Yes, I remember when that 69 was there. We laughed.
Nice.
So yeah, the party has slain a adult large green dragon and guarded it through the night, although currently everyone else, it looks invisible. Chromate, reasonably, you should be able to see it.
Yeah.
Vasa, you'd have a chance at it, but regardless, we're moving forward. It's there. Daytime comes.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Vasa, Hugo! It's good to see you're awake again, finally.
Yep.
Come on, now crawl out from under that dragon's head.
Yeah, so Vasa, Hugo, they kind of beheaded the dragon, and then you guys were on the wagon, and they needed the space, so they just put it on top of you. Needless to say, you both probably got quite a start waking up as this giant green lizard's eyes were staring into yours.
Fun.
Fuck, wonder where that fell to. Well, it'll turn up when I'm barefoot. Okay.
If I can find Willow.
Who's good at butchering?
Fun. I think Hugo's pretty good at it. Fine.
I have no butchering skills, Chromete. I've never had to prepare an entire animal like that, especially something this large.
Well, then today's a good day for
To
everyone.
learn.
For everyone to practice and learn. So, Dungeon Master, I've got my spells back, and my crossbow is loaded. We will. You said we had lunch?
No, it's breakfast.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Oh, yeah, Hugo, Vasa, mark off 2 rations each. Y'all will be pretty hungry. It's been about a day and you didn't eat anything.
Okay.
All right. So everyone, get your best magic dagger out, and let's go skin this damn thing. And Jazeel, if you could just kind of keep an eye on things while we're busy. Yes, you can have some dragon.
Jazeel nods and he'll eat from a different place most likely. And alright, the cleric, Willow, obviously states that she does not have a magic dagger.
Hugo also does not have anything magical at this present moment.
I have Chromete. I have your magical dagger that you borrowed me. Plus, I have the +3 scimitar. I could probably, on such a big creature, use the scimitar.
Well, fortunately, I have extra magic daggers. All right, there's a +1. Okay, Dungeon Master, I have 3 +2 daggers that I'll hand out for those that are without means.
Alright.
And I will lead them over to the invisible corpse and give it a kick.
Either spell dismissal or giving it a kick. Yeah, the corpse pops into visibility. It was pretty large. Vasa, you've seen bigger.
And it's bigger, and it seems bigger than I remembered.
Potentially. Again, the listing for it says it's like some 35 feet long, give or take, so... Yeah. I have a rough idea of how much meat should be able to fit on a wagon, and you only have 1 wagon, so... Yeah.
Alright, so Dungeon Master, yeah, we're going to commence to skinning this thing as the best of our limited abilities are in the biggest possible chunks of hide. Because, I mean, there are 5 of us. I don't know if we can roll it over or not. I know I'm strong, but I don't know about the rest, so assuming that that's not feasible, rolling it over again, we're going to skin it the best we can from however the hell it's laying.
Alright, well, you know how the death throws are. They, lots of twists and such, so it probably ended up rolling over in one fun way or another. One of its wings might be pinned under it, but y'all should be able to get a decent amount of hide. Everyone give me a percentage roll.
Okay.
33.
Okay, so
I got double aught.
Okay.
so Vasa got a 96.
Okay.
Hugo got a 14.
14. Oh, Hugo, you're pretty good at this. And
That
let me
makes
check
me
the
feel
cleric.
better about my 33 then.
Yeah.
Makes me
Yeah.
feel real bad about that double aught,
I
though.
know, I thought that was top of the line, but
Yeah, I was going low. I decided beforehand low should be the thing, but yeah.
Yep.
It works out mostly the same one way or the other. Yeah, so y'all will have a hide. Pretty decent big thing there. And yeah, it's going to take you a couple hours to skin it properly, and you won't be able to flip it over. Yeah, there's just not enough people for the size of the lizard, but
that'll change after we start hacking meat off.
mhm. So the party is intent now on loading up as much meat onto the wagon as feasible?
Yes.
Okay.
Minus whatever Jazeel was eating.
Yeah, well, Jazeel should have plenty to eat, and you should still have plenty to go for. So, this wagon, what else is on it? We got the dragon's
The head.
head, we got the hide.
I stashed like 2 weeks worth of food on there,
That's going to be a bit bulky, yeah?
but we've been
Double
munching
check
away
it.
at that.
I have 61 arrows on there
Alright, fairly easy.
and a full plate armor.
Okay, a bit of bulk there, but still usable.
I think, too, we also have 5 days of horse food on the wagon.
Alright, horses tend to eat a lot, but that should be carryable enough. Okay, so I'm going to roll that of a wagon which can normally hold 1,500 pounds. Y'all should get that many pounds of dragon meat. So yeah, the party's going to get, call it roughly a fifth for some very rough math of,
The meat?
Yeah.
How much of the hide, roughly?
of
So
the
half?
hide. Yeah, roughly half. I haven't figured that much out. There's been sections where it just wasn't great, you know? Even with magic
Mhm.
daggers, dragon hide tends to be pretty thick and scaly and such, so.
Yep.
You got a lot of people that aren't proficient with it, percentile rolls were rolled, and someone did get a double out, which is, yeah.
Yep. First one I ever rolled in my life, and I had to roll it on that one.
Well,
First double out was on strength.
nice.
That's not bad.
That character's dead now, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it turns out you can have a 25 strength rating. If you fail a saving throw to Dragon's Breath when you're at low health, that's usually pretty bad.
Well, Dora wasn't even low health. It's just the fact that he took 80 points of damage.
Yeah, it do be like that, though. And that was generous.
It do.
All right, so Dungeon Master, it's going to take us a few hours. I dare say most of the morning.
Uh-huh. Give me
Okay.
just a second. Yeah, pretty much most of the morning. You're like an hour out till lunch.
Okay. Make sure I load up a snack for Jazeel in his saddlebags. You know, because
Alright.
I know how he likes the fresh meat, and he doesn't get dragon all that often. So, yeah. And guess what we're having for lunch, Dungeon Master?
I'm gonna guess y'all are gonna load up literally as much dragon meat as possible.
And that includes in our tummies. Why let it go to waste if we can eat it?
So, party's taking an early lunch. It's like an hour or so before when you'd normally go for it, so.
I think we should, comrades, because the faster we get this hide and meat back to a civilized location, the better. And whatever we have to leave behind, the scavengers are going to get, because I don't foresee any way that we can get another wagon or 2 or 5 out here in time to get it all before this is shredded by the locals, unless anyone has a better idea.
I quite agree, Ecroromede. Would you
Cleric
like me to start
shrugs.
building a fire so we could cook some of this?
Yes, please set us a campfire for lunch. And Dungeon Master, how much room do I think I could fit into the bag of holding without coming near rupture?
What do you got in there?
Let's see. The metal box with my spell book, the crystal ball, the cubic gate, the vial of acid, a scroll, 2 spare crossbow strings, and like 2 fistfuls, maybe 3 fistfuls of gems.
Alright. So it's mostly empty, all things considered. Let me double check that's the right poundage rate. Thing for it. Bag of holding. There you go. So it normally holds that many pounds. You've got that much in there. Yeah, you're pretty sure you could squeeze quite a fair bit in it. Now, obviously, if you try and squeeze too much, then you risk rupturing it. So,
Yeah,
how do you want to do this?
Not going to push the envelope, Dungeon Master. So I'm going to take the other stuff out, and then put, say, since I do know its capacity, because I have it wrote down on the other copy of my character sheet.
Yeah, you know.
So, Dungeon Master, I will put what I intelligently approximate to be, damn it, page, there it is.
138.
850 pounds of dragon meat.
Ah, very good. Lowballing yourself. If you tried 1,000 and you went over, you could have just ruptured a bag of holding.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
stupid.
Intel
So
check.
850 pounds, and then put my other stuff back in. Intel check, you say?
No, I rolled it. Why would you
Okay.
know if you got it right? So yeah, you put about 850 or so. You're pretty sure you could squeeze more in there, but yeah.
Yeah, no, not risky. Claw tooth and a bit of hide to show mine.
With that, Dungeon Master.
But
Hugo
not a
will-
prominent tooth.
Yeah, Hugo will take one of the less looking teeth, one of the claws, and say a napkin worth of hide.
Okay. Should
And
be
store it
doable
in
without too much difficulty.
And he is storing that in a separate bag that he will carry.
Duly noted. You keep track of that.
I will. I am writing that down on my character sheet as we speak.
Alright. So I know how much meat the party has on the wagon, how much Ecroromede has in his bag. I know the hide and the percentages rolled for it. And yeah, Hugo, since you're just showing that to your temple, I assume you're not trying to sell it. Means I don't need to keep track of the quality of that stuff.
Nope, just showing them to express, hey, we killed this.
Alright, is the party doing anything else other than eating lunch?
Keeping an eye out and eating lunch, yeah. And yeah, I don't know how good of a cook Ecroromede is. He's not that picky of an eater, though.
Oh yeah, well, whoever's cooking it, Ecroromede, that you?
I don't think so.
Who is?
Isn't there someone in the party who has like the secondary skill of cook, or was that
That's
Ray?
That's Ray. Ray has secondary
Okay.
skill to cook. Boss is a husbandry, so she has a little bit of workaround with animal stuff. But I don't know if that goes with cooking, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
breeding animals and cooking animals are 2 different skill sets.
very much so.
Hugo has been helping Kassan cook.
Alright, so Hugo, you're trying to cook?
Yes.
Yeah, you think you did alright, and party, he did alright. This is nowhere near as tasty as the Blue Dragon steak's gonna get that out of the way right now. That being said, it's still meat, steak, probably comparable to prime steak off of a cow.
Better than the rations we've been eating.
Oh, definitely. Those rations are pretty crap.
By leaps and bounds.
All right. Then Dungeon Master, with our bellies full and our wagon loaded, yeah, we need to get headed back down the road.
Back the way you all came, towards the crossroads between Oasis and
With
Iron
this
Keep.
wagon loaded of crow meat, I think we should slow our pace.
Oh, you're gonna have to. So
Thinking
how fast is the
1.5?
party traveling?
1.5?
Where were we again?
You were about midway, maybe closer to a third, but midway, call it, the road between Ironkeep and Red Lamb.
Okay, then yeah, we're taking the road and we are headed
East.
yes.
Alright, headed back towards that crossroads. The party will explore that direction another day, which is great. Gives me time to do some stuff. And the party is traveling, or going to try to travel, at 1.5 miles per hour.
We are on the road.
Heavily loaded though.
Can the horses bear that strain?
They'll slow down to a speed that's better if it's too high. Like, you'll kind of keep an eye on it and lower it to appropriate.
Yeah, we want to make the best time possible, but not at the expenditure of the horses.
And sadly, with the wagon that weighed down, that's hundreds of pounds of meat. And that's not, it doesn't obviously count the stuff in your extra dimensional space. And Ecroromede, obviously, you're taking all your various other doodads and keeping them close to your person as much as physically possible. Probably holding
other
that
doodad?
box. You know, that
Okay.
box containing your most valuable item?
Yeah, Dungeon Master. Remember, after conservatively loading the bag of holding, I said I was putting those back in on top.
I did not catch that. Okay. So yeah, you put those back on top, my dad, then. And
Okay.
yeah.
And Dungeon Master, during our travels while I'm driving the wagon, I'll make the following distance behind Ecroromede longer today. Because I know it's going to take more time for this wagon to stop than it's going to take for Ecroromede to stop.
Duly noted. You were at about 10 feet before. How long are you lengthening it to?
Let's go 20.
20 feet. Okay.
Doubling it.
So the party's going to manage a little bit below 1.5 miles per hour based on terrain and so forth.
Fair.
Okay. Dungeon Master, as we start up, I am going to dose my crossbow bolts with 2 of the 7 doses of giant wasp venom that I have.
Okay.
And of course, I'll be using my spyglass as I do to look ahead for us.
Okay. Well, party, you all are in luck. Despite lugging around this very tasty smelling meat, obviously not insanely tasty like the last batch, but still pretty tasty smelling for all the wild animals out there. Perhaps it's Jaziel's presence, perhaps it's the will of the gods, or perhaps I just rolled a bunch of high numbers on percentiles. The next 5 hours or so of travel pass without much difficulty. The party is about an hour out until sunset.
Aye. Let's see. Let me look at the map. Okay, we were about a third of the way.
Anywhere from a third to a half. I was being vague because no one's been mapping.
5 hours. I'm guessing we're about there. This is Plains and Light Forest, correct, Dungeon Master?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Look for a stream near the road. Excuse me. Yes, Mama? Oh, jeez. That's terrible. Okay, so
The thing in
Dungeon
Texas?
Master. Yeah. 18
Fuck.
children, 3 adults.
Yikes.
I haven't even heard about it yet.
We can
School
discuss
shooting.
after session.
Oh,
It's,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
another Sandy Hook.
Yep.
It's terrible.
Another tragedy.
Brutal.
Nutcase went off the deep end. All right, so figuring on, we're about there. Damn. Okay. All right, so yeah, Dungeon Master will be looking for a stream near the road, because I don't think we've gotten back to that one stream that me and
Yes, we want to. Yes, we want to keep
Killer
an eye
tree.
open. The killer tree. Yeah.
Fuck if I remember where that was, so I'm just gonna randomly determine where it should be.
You know what,
It's there.
Velvin? We're not harvesting the tree this time. We're already fully loaded.
Mm-hmm.
We want capacity for carrying when we play lumberjack.
Were we going to keep the wood? I guess. That might have magical properties.
It might. Anyhow,
Yeah,
we've got
okay.
a full wagon. Our pockets are full. We don't stop to pick up copper.
But that one has a real allure to me because it has a gamble. We don't. It might have nothing. There might be 5 + 5 daggers in the bottom of that thing if it ate the right people.
But I'm banking it will still be there.
We should at least check on it.
We
Oh,
should
no.
let it defend itself in our absence. Now, but Dungeon Master, if we do spot that thing on our way, then we will make camp nearby it.
All right. Let me check.
Not within tree branch reach, but the enemy of my enemy is my watchdog.
Yes. Alright, well, the party will not find that because I'm pretty sure that was further up. And, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a lot closer back to the crossroads.
Yeah, no, a full day's travel, come to think of it.
Yep.
So, yeah,
And we've only been a half day's travel, so.
the party will find a decent spot with the stream to stop and make camp.
Okay.
If you're doing anything special for the night, go ahead and pop it in the new nighttime. That's not how you spell that, but I'm just going to keep going. And I'll go look for any encounters for tonight with updated encounter based on the smell of meat that's been out for a day. Okay, cleric I'm inserting as Hugo. That's a good point, actually, with the added NPC cleric who is still along for the ride until she gets paid her share of the dragon meat. The bummies. So yeah, y'all can incorporate her into the watch should you wish.
Oh, we actually have enough people for a watch tonight, Ecroromede. You won't fall asleep on me.
Velvin, are your defenses holding firm?
I believe so, sir.
Go, girl.
Mm.
Your defenses, are they solid?
At this present moment, yeah.
Hugo.
He is.
Very well, then. Jazeel, you might want to stay close. If the thrill of the hunt is all that excites you, then I don't blame you. But if you're hungry, you can always lighten the load a little.
Alright, Jazeel will nod and I'll figure out what he does in a second. Alright, Jazeel's sticking around nearby for the night. This will impact things. Interesting call.
Yeah, I'd rather sacrifice 50 pounds of dragon meat and have him on hand than, yeah, I mean, that's just...
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, because in hour 3, there were going to be some gnolls, but they are going to see Jazeel and back off before he sees them or anything happens. Yeah. Hour 4.
Zeo scares off all the easy XP.
Yep. Don't
Yeah,
worry,
and
that means that if anything shows up, it's badass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which means we get the good XP,
True.
and we don't lose as much dragon meat. So, yeah.
Fucking rats.
Huh. Oh yeah, no, the wagon is going to be subject to various scavengers.
Oh, we will defend again tonight, don't you worry.
So is someone going to stay by there and swing at the birds that go to peck at the meat, or the rats that go to chew at it?
Birds don't fly at night, typically. Normal birds.
Well, there are monstrous birds that are flesh eaters,
Yeah.
so reasonably there are scavengers at night.
and there are, yes, rats and other
Owls.
scavengers. And, yeah. We can deal with those. As
So
they
what is
come.
the party's plan for dealing with them, is my question.
That'll have to be on a case-by-case basis.
Alright,
By
who's
the
on
way,
watch first?
Dungeon Master, after that skinning job, I get my daggers back from people.
Duly
And
noted.
before I go to sleep, because I don't have first watch, Velvin, are you ready to be pumped up?
Pump up the jam.
Okay.
The cleric
Dungeon
looks at
Master,
you two
talk
like
to-
you're insane.
Strength.
Alright, casting and dice it.
3.
1820.
There we go.
And that should last until there. Okay. So,
And
who's on
Dungeon
watch
Master?
first?
Dungeon Master, since I haven't done any spell work all day, I'm going to go ahead and spend that 6 minutes to get strength back in my memory.
Duly noted.
So our current watch schedule has Vasa, Cleric, Belvin, and Mistwalker. But we have Hugo added to this as well now.
Indeed.
So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? 5 of us?
At the moment.
That's a weird number for.
Okay. So that's like 2 hours each.
2.5.
First and last watch 3 hours each.
Okay. So where are we gonna throw Hugo at? We're gonna throw him after Vasa. I guess he should get the full night's sleep because he's a cleric, right?
Well, if he can get 3 watches before,
Yeah, he'll be good. So he can go right after Vasa.
yeah, he'll get 7 hours of sleep.
Yep. Hugo after Vasa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vasa is on first watch.
Vasa, how long are you keeping first watch for? Down? Vasa is about to fail a wisdom check to fall asleep.
Good thing
2
the rest
hours.
of us
2 hours. Okay. So Vasa, you of course going to be keeping an eye on the meat as the party has discussed, and you will at some point or another observe certain rats picking away at it.
Think
Okay,
of the
I'm going to go for a smoke break since my character's asleep by this time, and yeah.
Dom?
Get exasperated.
Take the spear, poke them away.
Alright, you go for the spear and poke them away, and yeah, you'll chase them away. Are you continuing to patrol in a circle or standing by the meat?
Still patrolling in a circle, but continuing to look at the meat, make sure none of it's getting eaten.
Throughout the course of your watch, the rats are going to keep coming back and picking at it. You've got scavengers. They smell fresh meat. And you know that you've got some people and it scares them off, so you don't have a whole horde of them, but some of the braver, fatter ones are coming by and trying to grab a bite.
And circling the wagon that has the meat around it.
Okay. This will affect if there's any further encounters and they come from the wrong direction. Alright. You believe about 2 hours have passed. I assume you're just keeping track in your head, or are you burning torches to get an idea?
I'm gonna burn torches.
Alright, mark your torches off, and yeah, you believe 2 hours have passed. What are you doing now? Who are you waking up?
I'll wake up the other clown. What's her name?
Willow.
Is that her name today?
No, that's a different person. Willow is a cleric of Zarbad, or so she claims.
Then yes, Willow.
It's a different person.
Okay, good.
So yeah. Alright, Willow will accept the watch from you, Vasa, and she'll keep watch, and people might get woken up if she like throws a stone at the rats or something, or swings her mace at them to make them back off, but much like Vasa, she'll try and puppy guard the meat as much as reasonably possible, while also keeping an eye on the camp. And Willow will wake up Hugo. Hugo, you're doing much the same?
Yep.
Alright, Hugo, your watch passes without event. How long did you plan to keep watch for?
Go for 3.
Going
Hugo.
for 3. Alright. Yep, your watch passes without event. Who are you waking up next?
The next information is Belvin.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Belvin, you are awoken.
And I'm
And-
keeping track of time the usual way I do in my head.
In your head.
And
duly noted.
the same thing as last time, Dungeon Master. I'm not going to approach the wagon with a weapon. I'm going to shoot my bow as I continue my normal. Right when I see them, I'll shoot my bow at them. But I'm going to continue my normal loops around the outside edge of the fire, hiding in the shadows.
Alright, and Velvin, your perception
Is a 14.
Okay. Hey, yeah, Velvin. Seems the rats have been scared off. You don't see them for a bit, and then you come back later and no, wait. Yep, no, they got a bit of a eating in while you were not noticing them.
Hey,
How many arrows do I need to shoot?
Dungeon Master,
Mhm.
isn't Jazeel hanging around tonight?
Occasionally, yeah, but he's found a nice place to sleep too. He's not sleeping on the wagon.
Okay. All right.
Don't worry,
I
it
mean, I
scared
think
off
it-
most of them. The rats have made off with
think-
maybe a pound of meat total.
I think his snoring would keep normal rats at bay.
How many arrows, Dungeon Master?
Just mark down like 12 and call it a day.
Mark down 12. We'll save for them after.
Alright. Now, after you're done with that, Velvin, you're keeping watch for how long?
The regular 2 hours.
Alright, and then you're waking up Ecroromede.
Yes.
And Ecroromede, I get to question you next. How are you keeping away the endless swarm of rats of Denalia?
I will move silently and hide in shadows and assassinate them with a dagger.
Alright, this may occur a couple times. Odds are the rats, they tend to be perceptive. You're big and they're small, so for them the ground shakes whenever you walk. You walk quietly, and sometimes you're able to get the jump on them, and it's good practice to be sure, but more often than not you'll scare them off, and it's like, alright, they're gone
In
for the
that
next
case-
10 minutes.
Throw a normal dagger when they try to run away, parting shot kind of thing, and make sure that I hurl their corpses far and wide and recover my daggers as I do my watch routine.
Alright, you'll probably kill a few rats. I'll just lump it into an XP sum at the end. I'm not going to go into the minutia here. But,
Yeah.
like, reasonably, you've got a bunch of raw meat. It smells good to animals. They're going to poke at it if they can. So you got to take precautions, but there's no reason to get caught up in charts of exactly how much meat has decayed how and where. And nah.
Yeah.
So, Chromede, you're keeping watch for about how long? Till the
Should be
sun rises?
Should be 3 hours.
Dungeon Master, you mind if I roll the... Sorry.
Or unless I start feeling unnaturally sleepy, Dungeon Master, because
Alright. It goes on a bit longer than you'd think. Velvin was off by 1, and Dom's characters didn't sleep as long as usual, but yay, the sun rises and light shines upon Denalia.
all right, wake
Dungeon
the lab.
Master, before the end of my shift, could I have rolled my saving throws for my arrows that I wanted to pick up?
Sure. 12 d20s fail on 6 or worse. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them failed.
Thank you. Marking off 4 arrows.
Subtracting that much meat from the dragon in terms of just being stolen away by scavengers and so forth, but it's a pretty small amount. Like, if no one kept watch on it and no one cared, oh yeah, you'd have pounds of that shit gone by now, but...
Hugo, cook breakfast.
It seems Hugo's the party camp cook. Alright.
Standard night routine? You mean morning?
Mm. Yeah, Dom, you kind of just copy-pasted your last thing, my man. Anyways.
All right, Dungeon Master, make sure that the animals are seen too.
Mm-hmm.
Food, water.
2, 3. Well, that 3's pretty close, but no. 4. Not bad. 5. 6. Ooh. I'll be damned. The dice just don't want to play tonight. Okay, am I correct in assuming everyone's doing standard morning routine, then loading on up and heading on out?
Well, we're not going to use rations, so we're going to eat more dragon meat.
Alright, duly noted.
I'm trying to get Hugo to cook it, but I don't think anybody's seen the in-game chat.
I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Hugo going to get sticks to make a fire and cook the meat.
There
We
we go.
should have a fire going still.
Yeah, the fire should still be going from the
Yeah,
night.
getting kindling to keep the fire going, make it hotter, etc., etc. Again,
Yeah.
we're not playing Camping Simulator 2022. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I wanted to play Camping Simulator now.
Okay, Velvin, your character gets a splinter. Mark on the stone. I'm joking.
A splinter we must amputate.
Sounds like the
Back
whole
then?
party.
It's infected.
It could get
Well,
infected if it was
thank
made of
God.
metal. The rust could get into your blood, and that would fuck you up. Because tinnitus, not tinnitus, although tinnitus was bad too, but tetanus was a killer.
What if you get tetanus with your tinnitus?
Then God just hates you. It's like
That's when you take for a 10 ear.
Yeah. It's like in Red Dead Redemption 2 when the character gets tuberculosis. You're like, what? Tuberculosis? That's such a rare thing. No one gets that. And there's a vax. Oh, damn it.
Oh, there's-
Fuck. Fucking game. Anyways, the party gets their morning routines if they are standard done. Last call for non-standard stuff. Otherwise, choo-choo. I mean, moving forward.
Moving forward.
Yes,
Mount up and roll out.
yeah, the terrain's actually fairly favorable. The horses make decent time. They're just pulling weight, But these are draft horses, so they're used to pulling weight. That said, you're just traveling. Hours pass. Pretty sure the party was over there, which means they actually haven't gotten to that point with the evil tree yet. And, yeah, it's getting kind of close to lunchtime. Stop, eat meat, and proceed forward after lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. This will be our third meal of dragon meat, but our second one after we loaded up.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, Ecroromede, you can tell it's just the horses are moving slower than they were on the way in.
Well, of course, they're carrying a heavier load. So yeah, dragon meat for lunch, and kind of standard stuff there. We break, make sure the animals are all watered and fed, which will lighten their load a little. We eat, that lightens their load a little, and make sure they're rested good, and then resume traveling, Dungeon Master.
Alright. Giant centipedes are a non-encounter as y'all keep moving, so I'm going to scratch them off and roll up something different for next week. Again, huh? Oops. I dropped my dice tower. Didn't even see what I rolled. That's a creature catalog item. Let me check that guy. Pretty sure it's a non-encounter. Aren't these guys vegetarians? This creature is a huge carnivorous dinosaur, huh? How tall are we talking? Number appearing, let me check. Just one of them? That thing's probably running. Huge. Stands almost 4 feet tall. Yeah, right. Okay, the 4-foot tall lone dinosaur is not attacking the party. Let me see if it notices the party. Yeah, it notices. Does it see Jaziel? Probably. Is it running off? Definitely. Moving forward. Huge. Goddamn book lied to me.
Clip clop.
3, 4. Oops. Jesus Christ. 5. Alright. So after about the second or third hour of travel, if my reckoning is correct, the party will pass the place where they had encountered the evil tree.
Is it still there?
The evil tree does appear to still be there. Yet you can see the gouge marks where Velvin's scimitars cut into it.
Okay. So, this is before the crossroads, correct?
Yes. In fact, looking through your spyglass, you think you can even see them in the distance, but it would be a few miles out still, and it's getting pretty close to sunset.
Oh, well, shit. Close to sunset, and we're right here. I know there's a stream nearby. So, yeah, warn the party. See that tree over there?
No, Chromie, if my math is right, the tree was like an hour ago.
Oh,
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
I
Well,
admittedly didn't write down the mile marker for where the tree was because, but if I have it placed right, it should be over there, and you all are over here, and the crossroads over there. So you passed it about an hour ago.
dungeon masters never place things wrong. They place them precisely where they meant to. The
It
second
might
or
be in a
third time
different
around.
relative location than it was before. The world likes to shift around when you don't pay attention to it.
Okay. So yeah, dungeon master will again find a stream or a river or something close by before nightfall. That way, we'll have a supply of water, and gather up. Once we find that, gather up wood for the campfire, set camp, all that, blah blah blah.
Alright, looks good. That will put the party into campfire, and okay. Same routine
Dungeon
as last
master.
night? Yeah.
This will be our third meal of dragon meat since we loaded the wagon and started traveling. And guys, we're back on normal rations after this because I'd really like to sell this shit or unload it at my inn where we can make tons of money off of it.
Duly noted. So a total of 3 meals since you started traveling. So a total of 4 meals times 5 people is 20 meals. Plus whatever you've given Jazeel. Plus whatever the animals have stolen.
Yeah.
Puts you all at about there for now. Don't worry,
Okay.
I'm keeping track of the rough idea. If it's up or down by 5 pounds, I don't think anyone's going to complain, right?
No.
Not when
No.
you're dealing with the 100-pounders. I know players that would complain, but they aren't invited here. Anyways, who's on watch first? And is anyone doing anything special for watch?
And I will remind the party, first watch is 3 hours. Everyone else gets 2.5 tonight. Because I had to pull an extra long shift last night, and I'm cranky now.
yes, sir.
That way, Dungeon Master, if I end up standing watch for more than 2 damn hours, they're not going to like the rude fucking awakening they get.
Oh, Kermit threw a fireball. Is he mad or did he see another dragon? No, it was a pack of trolls this time. Alright. Kermit, Jazeel will give you kind of a bow and take off for the night.
Alright. Happy hunting, chap. And, Velvin, I believe it's time for, some muscles. Dungeon Master casting strength.
Alright, you apply the muscles. Although, for what it's worth, Velvin, your muscles don't actually grow in size at all. Even if this thing gave you giant class strength rating, your muscles would look the same because it's of magical nature.
But do I feel stronger? Do I
Kinda?
I think I could lift more?
I rolled max Dungeon Master. Solid 8.
Probably, but that might be a placebo effect. If someone put this on you when you were asleep, would you know? You're not certain.
But he told me he's making me stronger.
So
I
yeah,
feel
no,
stronger.
it's... Yep. I mean, do you want to try and
Placebo.
test it out?
No, I know how it works.
Okay, y'all did hear me. I rolled maximum.
Yes, I did.
You're 1870.
Fuck yeah. And with that, Dungeon Master, it says that's the only spell work I've done today. I'm going to rememorize strength and then hunker down for bed. You know, my usual shit.
Okay, this gentleman over here is going to need to be re-rolled because he is not a good encounter anymore. And I rolled him again. If I roll him again, then it's a non-encounter. Ooh, I like that result. Ooh, it's been so long. Where are they? There they are. No. Nope, definitely not that. You would never encounter one of those out in the wild. Nope. Ooh, I might use that. So many ideas and so little time to use them all.
The Dungeon Master has all the time in the world. It's Ecroromede who's running out of time.
Yeah, the party can take that. Well, Chromie can take it. I don't know about the party, but that's not my problem.
And I just touched something that was greasy. I need to wash my hands real quick.
Go ahead.
Woo-hoo. Okay, I'm back. I was in earshot the whole time.
Nice. Finished typing that up. I just need to roll it up. Ooh, number appearing. That's a good point. There could be more than one of these fuckers. God help the party if there is. That's not too bad.
I wish the Dungeon Master could be quiet sometimes.
What's that? I should tell you how many hit dice they have? Okay.
Yeah, please.
20.
Okay. That is a little stout. I can handle it.
Now, was I telling the truth or not?
Yeah, we won't know until...
That's fine. I can't
So-
seem to roll up the damn hit points properly at all, so... Yeah.
So they get 20 hit points, and that's it.
Oh, no. No, that's minimum. That's the weakest of their
dude.
kind.
You're shortchanging us on XP like that. Come on.
Yeah. Let's see,
Gina, you've got an 1870 strength. The party's got magic
Yeah.
weapons,
I'm fine.
and I'm full charged on spells.
Yeah.
Okay. Max them out, you say? I can do that.
I'm just worried about our little Hugo.
Party, would you like them maxed out? They are a pretty stout hit dice.
I leave that vote up to Dom.
Dom?
As
It's up to you.
As I believe the NPC and Hugo are at the greatest risk.
Sorry, didn't realize I was muted.
Yeah,
I
Dom,
say sure, go for it.
all right.
Let the scales balance in the party's favor. 160 hit points is a lot, isn't it?
Yep. I may have to hit it more than twice.
Okay.
And I might have to run for more than a round.
Yeah. You all asked for it. I'll allow you to change it
I
now,
didn't
otherwise
ask for
it is
anything.
set in stone.
He already chose it, so we're there.
Alright. Don't come crying to me. So, who's on watch first, anyways?
Awesome.
Basta,
Right, Vasa, you're on first watch for how long?
3 hours.
3 hours. Good. I was going to give you an intel check if you said otherwise, just to make sure you remembered. Alright. And after your 3 hours by the torchlight, the Dungeon Master uses the bathroom. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh yeah, everyone should go for a pee break now if they want.
Yeah, going for that smoke real quick.
So how are you doing, Gina?
I'm alive.
That's good.
Maybe not for much longer now, but hey.
Blind confidence, my friend. It helps you 100% of the time, 10% of the time.
Mm-hmm. When it helps, it helps.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, party's gonna hate these things. Like with a burning passion, I think.
Probably, assuming that these are things that Vasa can't hit.
So, Vasa, speaking of which, after you take your watch, what are you doing?
Waking up the cleric.
Okay. And she's been instructed to keep watch for that long. Okay. Hugo, sometime later, the cleric goes to wake you up, and throughout all this, of course, there's been the rats, whatever nocturnal birds of scavenging, but y'all have been waving them away and shit. More than last night, obviously, because you don't have a nightmare scaring off the horde of them, but you've got a fire, you've got people, you've got patrols. So, Hugo, how long do you plan to keep watch for?
3 hours.
3 hours, okay. And Hugo, on your watch, you can give me a perception check, as can the rest of the party, because I believe Grill's just sat back down.
Oh yeah, I've been back.
NPC passes. Alright, looks like
Both
passes
pass.
all around. Yep. Okay, so the entire party will perceive this. Y'all were at normal amounts because Hugo was actually at a bonus. The ground, kind of like a thump, thud, thump, thump, thump,
It
thump,
awakens us, I
thump.
take it?
Yep. Something big seems to be walking towards the party. It is coming from the south.
What? Okay, we've been traveling east,
Mm-hmm.
so it's coming from the fire from the south.
That would be
Gotcha.
towards the Red Desert, most likely, but there is woodlands and stuff in between them, 20 or so miles, if not more of it, so it could have been whatever it is in there.
Can I gauge how far away this is?
Hard to say for sure. Size could be a factor. Maybe you're hearing it far off, or maybe it's close by and not as big.
Okay, I'm outside of the firelight on infravision. Do I see anything?
You're looking around. So far, nothing.
It's coming from the south. I should be located to the west.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dungeon Master, move. You know.
Go ahead and type it up. Players, type it up. Okay, Velvin is going to feat drawing scimitars, moving to hide in shadows. DM Ecroromede is typing, and Hugo Vasa, I'll need a action from you in the next couple minutes before you are indecisive. Hugo readying his magic missile spell. Vasa draws forth the staff spear. Okay. And Hugo Vasa, you all doing anything special or remaining inside the campfire light with the cleric?
Remaining inside the firelight.
Duly noted. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, about another minute or so passes of the thump, thunk, thunk, the thudding of the ground. It gets a bit louder. Whatever it is gets a bit closer. And we now move into round 2. At the beginning of it, Ecroromede will have a chance to do something. If not, then I'll describe what he's about to see. Likewise for Forked Lightning Bolt. Okay. 3-second casting time, duly noted. Okay, you begin casting. And Velvin, I have you scurry to my feet, draw scimitars, move to hide in shadows. You never specified directions, so let me figure out where you're at. Formations. Watch schedule. Night formations. Velvin outside firelight. Insert direction here. Randomly determined. Velvin, you were at the northeast, so you're hidden in the shadows to the northeast of the camp at the start of this round.
Okay, thank you.
You have 360 foot infravision, extends that far. Mead's got 180, he's that far. The campsite isn't 180 feet across, so you actually beat out his thing despite being further back, but not by as much as usual. Thus, you're going to see it, and he's going to see it a little bit after he starts casting.
Yeah.
Everyone else is going to see it too, as the lightning bolt should illuminate it. Forked lightning bolt. Ecroromede, describe the area of effect you'd like this forked lightning bolt to hit.
If I see it, then I'm going to start the bolt like 10 yards in front of it. And assuming that's not right under my nose. And yeah, straight at it.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, with your infravision, it would be hard for it to be that close to you without you seeing it unless it's invisible to infravision.
Okay.
Which there are things. But yeah, the point is it's going forward from you, either 10 yards if you can see it, 10 yards in front of it, or just if you can't see it, you're firing blankly directly from your fingertips out or max range out.
If I can't see it, 10 yards in front of me.
10 yards in front of you or 10 yards in front of it. Okay. So you begin casting, and you've designated the area of effect, and you're ready, and let's see, casting time is 3 segments. This has a movement speed of that. It's not moving at top speed, though. Thus, Ecroromede. Yes, you can go ahead. What the hell?
My
No idea.
phone. Oh,
Okay.
my phone. Someone decided to ring, like, call me. It was a spam risk, though.
Alright, Ecroromede, you can dice damage on that. Now, your casting is at 10th level, means that that becomes a that.
Okay. 13, 23, 27, 30, 36 hit points.
36 hit points. Alright. Lightning will illuminate the night, as well as 2 very large things, which I will explain very shortly. I just need to look up the saving throws as spells. Fighter, hit dice, that. Saving throw versus spell is that, or that, respectively. Okay. And that was 36, you said?
Correct.
Half of 36 is 18. Oop, not that.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
Oh, you like music, huh? Alright. Party. The lightning will illuminate, and these things will very quickly move into campsite to attack, so I will describe them now. These are tripedal creatures. They are large. They stand about 35 or so feet tall because they've got these long, spindly legs that seem to end in points that almost resemble spears that they kind of stab into the ground, making large gouge marks as they travel. Despite this odd gait, they move very quickly, and they've got this beady head with 3 eyes and long black hair on this unibody thing. It's like a bug's body, if you will, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And on the underside, they have this arm-like appendage that's suspended at least a proper 30 feet up in the air that ends in fingers that twitch grotesquely. The whole thing is an abomination to look at. It's unnatural. It's unholy.
Clyde,
It is something that the party has seen before in the north.
Yeah, Clyde met one of these once.
And new round 2 proper.
Okay, and they're meleeing us now?
They move to attack.
Who do I see them moving to attack?
You're not sure. These things are big.
They're not coming. Okay, like I'm outside the fire. Like, are they coming at me?
You're not sure. You don't think so.
Got Hugo's. My action will change depending on if one of them's going for Hugo.
If one is going for Hugo, you can put an if then if you'd like.
Okay.
Let's see. I need something good. This might be good. Alright, crossbow, then sword. Hugo, magic missile. Voss, are you poking at their legs with the spear or throwing it at them?
Poking.
Poking,
Stabbing.
okay. Obviously, Ecroromede, I don't need to tell you, and Voss, I probably don't need to tell you, these things are so alien in their biology, your bonus damage for assassin or monk ability will not come into play here. Velvin, you can certainly try.
Well, I don't know that in character, right?
Alright, now Velvin, you do know these things stand pretty tall and that you're using scimitars, so unless you plan on throwing it at one of them.
Then I'll chop at their legs then, I guess?
Alright, standard attacks to hit, or are you trying to assassinate via leg attack? Because that doesn't really work. Could someone
No,
assassinate you by
obviously
cutting
not.
off your leg?
Yeah. I didn't realize that the only thing I could get at was their legs.
I have described them.
Okay, I'm gonna re-edit totally. Hold on, give me a moment. I gotta change this whole flow. I will
Dungeon Master, did my lightning bolt seem to affect him?
It did. It made them very angry.
Okay, good.
Hugo, magic missile. If they're coming to attack him, hand axe parry. Hand axes, dual wielding, duly noted. Vasa attack with spear. Crossbow, then sword. Okay, Ecroromede, you're up first. Party dice initiative.
Somebody who's in danger.
That would suit just about anyone in the party. Swap to bow to try to assassinate. Alright,
Yeah.
you pull out your sausage.
I rolled a 4.
4. Okay, Vasa, at Velvin, you begin switching to your bow. You'll get a shot at the end of the round.
Yep.
Okay, Ecroromede, roll to hit. And roll to hit.
Dirty 20 and an 8.
Dirty 20 and 8 as a fighter of 9th level. Alright, the Dirty 20 should hit. The fighter, I'm not sure. Let me check. Fighter, 9, 8. Miss on the second one.
I'm sorry. Wait. No, never mind. That I was correct the first time. Okay, and Dungeon Master, these bolts were poisoned about a day and a half ago.
What was the poison?
Giant wasp venom.
Giant wasp paralyzes. What's that? Pass. And pass. Okay. Okay, dice damage for... Actually, the second one didn't even need to say what the hell.
Right. 9 hit points of damage.
Plus 3 bolts. Plus
Yes,
a
sir.
6. Okay, duly noted. Alright, the creature moves to attack you. The one behind it seems to be going more towards the campfire. Okay, Hugo's got a magic missile that's going to take 6 seconds. Vasa attacks spear. Dude, swap to bow. Okay, Ecroromede, you go to draw your sword. Hugo's going for the magic missile. Vasa attacks spear. Alright, the creature's moving to position. Hugo, I'm just going to get you out of the way now. Go ahead and you begin casting that magic missile. You are a first level mage? What level are you?
3rd level.
3rd. Okay, the difference between that is a 3 plus... Okay, 8, which translates to... Okay, you can dice damage.
Oh, okay. So, it's 2 bolts right now.
1 or 2 of them.
I'm going to put both. I'm going to put both of them on just one target.
Okay.
4 points of damage total.
Dang, minimum. Drills, you were saying something?
I was kept slipping in and oopsing. Sorry about that, guys. Do these things have any upper appendages? I've got 3 legs and an appendage underneath.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay, thank you.
Not quite what I wanted for this, but yeah, I can stick with it for now. Okay, Hugo's drawn forth hand axes, parry most... Well, actually, no, magic missile. At this point, you might be able to draw forth. Vasa going to attack with the spear, switching to sword, trying for that, and clear attack. Okay, the monsters go to attack. So, Ecroromede, one of them is, of course, going for you. You are displaced as it smashes its leg into the ground beneath you. Dirt kicks up in a tiny shower, scattering, and a couple of the pellets obviously will strike you, but no effect. Yeah, this thing's got some force behind those leg stabs.
Okay.
And it's looking around trying to poke at you with the other one, but we'll get to that in a minute. The other one has Hugo, Vasa, or the cleric to go for. Oh, that poor cleric. Alright. The other creature is going around, and with those 3 legs, it can stab with any one of them. It's on top of you all in a way. I know, sounds fun. As you all are going to be trying to get your attack forms against it, it goes against the cleric. It rolled a that. A monster of that many hit dice rolling a that. Can hit armor class there. The cleric has some good AC, but not that good. No, that's right. She's in leather. She doesn't have good AC. Yeah, that's that many hit points to Willow. She screams out, and someone give me a system shock for her.
Got it. 64.
Alright, she's got a decent con. She'll pass her system shock, and she'll try and back off to heal herself for the end of the round. She's not attacking. That being said, the party inside the campfire can retaliate at this point. Ecroromede, you draw forth your sword while they already have weapons in hand, so they go first, even with your multi-attack. Vasa, roll to hit.
Okay. 17.
Hugo, Vasa, 17. Monk, thief, 8th
Oh,
level.
wait, no. Yes. Yes, 17. Sorry.
Clever. Okay, 17 you said?
Yes.
That hits, you may dice damage.
Okay. This is spear. I believe that's a D6 versus all right now.
D6, D8.
Wait. D8? Okay, this is large, correct?
Yes. The 35-foot tall monster is large.
Sorry.
I said it was large, man, come on.
Yeah. 12 points of damage. That's without the anatomy bonus.
Yeah, very good. 12, duly noted. Yeah, no, the creatures are in a hurt locker. Well done, party. Okay, so that's the monster's first attacks and the party's counterattack. Hugo is done. Ecroromede, you have drawn forth your sword. You can go for that attack.
3 plus 9, 12 at 10.
Fighter, 10th, 12. Fighter, 10, 12. Just hits dice damage.
3 plus 12. That is a 3, ain't it? Goddamn, this die is wore down. Yeah, that's a 3. 15 hit points of damage.
Nice. You might need to get new dice. Yeah, no, it's hurting.
Oh, this is one of my old evil dice. I can't just give up.
Yeah, Ecroromede party perception checks.
2.
I
No.
passed.
Vasa passed. Hugo also passes.
Vasa passed, and Hugo also passes. Okay, Ecroromede fail. So for those of you that pass your perception checks, you will become privy to the knowledge that the underarms on these things' bodies are moving around and the fingers are twitching rapidly, and it's creepy as hell looking. Anyways, the monsters get their second attacks at this point. Ecroromede, you'll follow them up before we finish up the round. Again, Velvin, at this point, you've got your bow in hand. You're trying to line up a shot, but you're trying to figure out where you can pierce it. Your thing comes at the end of the round.
Yep.
Okay.
Dungeon Master, do you have a picture of these things?
I do, but it wouldn't be accurate.
I can't understand how they work.
They're very funky. I'll draw a very primitive stick figure later. Okay, this thing rolled a that versus Ecroromede. Ecroromede, what's your armor class right now? Better
0.
than 4.
I don't have my shield in play.
Again, the 0, you don't have your shield in play, that's right. Yeah, again, this thing smashes its leg into the ground next to you, and oh my goodness, you felt the heat from that one. It's monstrous. So, the other one continues to go for the cleric as determined by random die roll. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure, why not? 11 more points of damage. What's the worst that could happen to the... The cleric goes down hard. Stabbed through the shoulder and out through the other side and lifted up a little, and she faints and slides off the thing as it smashes it back down cruelly. Yeah, Ecroromede, roll the hit.
4 plus 9, 11.
Hits, dice damage.
Minimal, 13.
13, sweet. The monsters are continuing their rampage, of course. Velvin, you're about to get that missile fire off when, yeah. Ecroromede. You won't see it, but you find out soon enough just from out-of-character knowledge. Give me a second. That finger twitches and spasms, and 5 blasts of green energy shoot out of it and hit you for a total of 18 points of damage as a magic missile.
Do I get my saving throw?
You do get your saving throw, though. That's a good point. Roll it.
I rolled a 13.
Plus 2 for damaging.
Armor.
15. You need a 20.
Uh,
Dexterity would apply, but I don't think you got it, and certainly don't have 5 steps of it. Cloak would be another 2 to 17. 3 points. Rings? No. Wisdom? No. Yeah, that'll be 18 points of damage, I
I'm
think.
a defender, but I know that doesn't count because I don't have a split.
That's to armor class.
18 hit points.
Yep. And yeah, at this point you should become aware, because it's like, oh fuck, that was a magic missile. Where? And you see the fingers twitching as they do, and it's like, fucker.
So,
No.
Dungeon Master, just to be sure, these things get to make melee attacks and cast spells
Yep.
at the same time.
The arm thing
Okay.
acts independent of the body thing. If it can see, of
Okay.
course.
Okay, good to know.
Oh, I put some thought into these. They're mean. They're very mean. Oh, speaking of which, so the cleric is not dead, but she's out for the fight. And that leaves Vasa and Hugo. Hugo, Vasa, eeny, meeny, miny. Vasa hit, so giving it a that chance. Huh, okay, it's Vasa. Vasa, you pass all on a save, but Magic Missile has no save. 15 points of damage.
Okay, hold on. I have to do math. Okay.
And Velvin rolled a hit.
15 plus 2 is 17 at 5th.
Fighter, 5th, 17. Hits, you may dice normal damage as your assassination attempt fails, but sneak attack damage does pass.
Woohoo. And at 6th level, is that
At
double?
6th level, that would be triple.
Nice, it's triple now. And I rolled a 3, so hold on. Yes,
3
that's
triple to 9.
Yep, that's my bow. I
Alright.
don't get any bonuses there.
Right, well, good news, party. It looks like the creatures may or may not be in retreat. They're kind of ducking down a bit lower so they can utilize their full leg width and speed, and they seem to be heading north out of the campsite.
Ooh.
Parting shots.
The party can go for parting shots or other options if they wish. The creatures are moving fast, for what that's worth.
I'll go for one with the spear.
Alright, Velvin,
And
at this point, you're pretty sure that thing you shot will be aware of you one way or the other, but you can keep trying.
Yeah. He's still got his back to me if he's running away from me.
Maybe? It's hard to tell what this thing's back is.
Yeah,
Like,
it could be facing
it's up
you
there
and
and in the
away.
dark and light and shit. It's... Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, Fireball, keep attack with bow, and Hugo Vasa, I need your actions.
How about
Parting shots. Okie dokie. Party, very important here. Dice initiative.
I got it. Crap, 2.
no? You don't. You
2.
never do.
Sometimes I do.
Not when it counts.
Alright,
though.
the creatures crouch down low and begin hustling their way across the thing. Ecroromede, you begin casting. And, okay. Velvin, trying to sneak attack with the bow. I'm just going to give you a parting shot right now. Roll to hit.
No problem. That is 18 plus 2, dirty 20.
Hits, dice damage. It's, just roll the damage.
6.
I'll triple it. 6. Very nice. Versus that one. It's pretty decent. Brings that to there, Very good. And, okay, that's Velvin done. Next up, Hugo, roll to hit if you'd like.
Alright, Hugo. I don't believe you have any strength bonuses. You do not. That's a 4.
Yeah, Hugo, that's a nope. You swing your axe and it crashes into one of these things' legs as it continues to retreat. Vasa, you may roll to hit.
Natural 20.
Dice it. I don't have the crit tables up.
40.
40. Quadruple damage. Dice it.
Ooh,
Nice.
with a plus 5 spear. Oh yeah.
9 points of damage. Times 4.
36.
Yep.
Vasa, you managed to take one down. You stab it in the leg and it crunches that leg and keeps trying to drag forward. So you stab it in the other leg and bring it down one step and a time and oh yeah, it's twitching and you stab it through the chest and its fingers twitch and stop. The other one continues retreating. Ecroromede, designate please the area that you wish your fireball to be cast on.
Okay, are they moving fast enough to get out of my sight before the fireball goes off?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, is it moving in a straight line?
It would appear so.
Okay, aim at it and not designating a range, just fireball like a torpedo fire, and I should hit it.
Assuming you don't hit something else in the way, but yeah, it will continue forward until it reaches maximum range. That's effectively what you've done. You've said maximum range, but you're hoping it strikes it before then.
Yes.
This is as opposed to trying to arc it to hit the ground in a wide AoE. It could technically shoot past it if you're very unlucky, but with a creature this large, that's going to be hard.
Right. That's what I'm banking on.
Don't worry, we'll do a percentage check on that. I'm going to assign like that % chance that would happen. Alright, the creature continues moving past. You continue casting. You go ahead and chuck that fucker, and oh yeah, that's going to impact against it right as it finishes its fireball. So, Ecroromede, go ahead and dice damage for the thing. You both tied initiative, so spells go off simultaneously. Let's just get it out of the way first. These are bot commands I need.
8, 12, 15, 19, 21, 26, 32 hit points.
32 hit points of damage. Okay, that should be enough to kill it one way or the other, but let me check if it can save for half. Nah, if it was 30, it would still go down. Like, if it's saved for half, it only has 15 left. So the fireball is killing it one way or the other. Now for the bad news. It threw a 10-die-6 fireball, too, at the party, centered on the campsite. So, that's going to be Dave. That's going to be... not Dave. No, Dave does not get hit. He's in another dimension. Hugo, Vasa, the cleric are... well, the cleric's definitely dead. Ecroromede, you were doing that, then that. You were over there. Over the course of combat, you didn't quite move within range of that, because it's a 2/10 a yard, is 60 feet. Campsite measures about that wide. Ecroromede, give me a percentile die roll. Roll above 70.
20.
20. Alright, so yeah, Ecroromede, even if it was like a 30% chance, you still lost it. You are within the area of effect. That being said, you get, your saving bonuses and such. Yeah. Velvin, you were trying to sneak attack with the bow, means you were staying out of the campfire in the darkness, so the fireball will not hit you. So, saving throws, party.
Okay, just for the record, I never moved inside the campfire, like...
It's the natural course of combat, the parry back and forth, yeah. Hence why I gave it a percentile check. I know you never stated it, hence why it wasn't a guarantee.
Okay, so Dungeon Master, without my bonuses, I rolled an 11. I'm pretty sure.
Save versus spells. Magic user, spells, yeah, you'll save. You'll be fine.
Okay, so without figuring out all my bonuses.
Yep, 18 points of damage to your Ecroromede from fire. Whoosh.
-2 per dice.
Fire resistance, Dungeon Master.
We'll come back to that. Thank you, Ecroromede.
Okay.
Just hold on to that. Okay, yeah. Velvin, you're out. You're good. Hugo, do you have 18 hit points to spare, Hugo?
18 hit points to spare?
Just out of curiosity if you did pass it.
I do.
Okay, good. So, what'd you roll?
I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8. Hugo, you are a cleric and magic user, correct?
Magic user.
Alright.
Yeah.
And you're a level 5 or lower magic user, right?
I'm a level 4 cleric, level 3 evoker.
Okay. Evoker is still magic user, although... Hey, Grill, should we give you a bonus of 1 to your saving throw if it's from the same school of magic that you specialize in?
No.
Nah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, I think it's fair to do that as long as he gets a minus to every other school.
Hell yeah.
I could see that, but we'll figure that one out later. Okay, Hugo, you need a... what do you need? You need a 12 to beat it. You rolled an 8. What's your dexterity bonus?
My dexterity as Hugo is an 18.
18?
That would
Fuck.
do it.
That'll do it. You will take 18 points of damage from the fire. This will not regenerate naturally. Your hide gets burned, you smell awful. Your natural regeneration will not recover this. Now, clerical magic will still get you fixed up. The cleric gets a penalty to her saving throw because she's already almost dead, and yeah, she's dead, guys. Hey, you don't have to pay her for the dragon meat, which is going to have to save on its own, but we'll come back to that. Vasa, you get the bonus of no damage if you save. What'd you roll?
I can roll it now.
1
15.
second. 15 as a Vasa, you save as a thief. 15 would save as a first level monk. You will take no damage and your items will not need to save. Okay, so far everyone in the party has saved except for the cleric, who doesn't count because she was an NPC. Alright.
I need to system shock.
You will need to system shock, yes. You being Hugo.
Ooh.
What'd you-
99.
What's your
Oh,
constitution?
you suck.
My constitution is a 16.
16. Well, no, the system shock is more than 50% HP total. He still has more HP than he lost. Well, my bad. He still has hit points. He just too much damage at once. Overload.
You're unconscious, Hugo.
Yep, Hugo, you fall unconscious. Cleric is incinerated. Vasa, you managed to jump out of the way somehow, impossibly, as you monks tend to do. Lucky you. Ecroromede, you take that much damage, which we need to calculate next. And I apologize because I'm trying to work on my phone at the same time. Okay. Every goddamn time there's fire, I keep forgetting about this thing. Ring of Fire Resistance is up over here. It gives you a all damage dice are saved at +4. All damage dice are calculated at -2 per die. Good news, I rolled this up here so I can quickly crunch up how much it is. Never below 1, so that becomes That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 divided by 2 is 9 points of damage for your Ecroromede. You basically cut it in half again.
Yep. Leverage.
No, it's your bulletproofing. So,
Layers. Not leverage, layers.
Okay, other than the horses and items, have I skipped anything?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, horses are 3+3 hit die monsters. They would save as fighters. They're intelligent enough to, horses have brains, so I'm going to give them an intelligent saving throw as a fighter, a 4th level. They save on a 16. 8, 10. Fuck. I don't think, let's see, max them out for a second. 8, 24, plus 3, 27, 36 total each. Oof, yeah, the horses are dead. Alright, the wagon. The wagon saves with a 17, I'm pretty sure. Wagon. Wood, thick, versus fireball saves on an 11, according to this, and wagon would count as thick wood. Okay, the wagon saved, its contents will save. No further checks should need to be made. No one in the party failed their saving throws, so no items other than the clerics will need to be checked, and she doesn't have good shit that you all would want anyways. Thus, as Ecroromede strikes down the monster does a retaliatory strike, which was... They were going to come back in after they fireballed you all, but you took down its mate, and... yeah. GG party, pyrific victory. Round 4.
I can change that from the cleric to on self.
No, you're unconscious, Hugo.
Oh wait. Fuck, you're right. Thought I was being smart and I typed in my actions and everything, but
You were smart about it, but you forgot that little detail.
not unconcerned, unconscious.
Skip music list. And let's go get this. Nope. Yeah. Stop. Play. Okay. Let's check actions. I've got Ecroromede binding wounds, duly noted, hit point restored. Vasa going over to the nearest creature to learn its anatomy. Well, the corpse of the dead creature failed its saving throw and is currently on fire. Are you waiting for the fire to burn out?
I'll try and put out the fire.
What are you putting it out with?
I am going to...
I gotta pee, I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
Get to my...
Wait, Ecroromede, use your pee to extinguish the fire!
As soon as he said that, that's how I started giggling. I was like, that's how you can put it out.
Anyway, Vasa.
I'm going to use a... Okay, hold on real quick. I need to read through my stuff. Make sure I have everything correct.
Hey, Vasa's going through a mental thing. Velvin, overview of the battle scene. Yeah, Velvin, things were pretty chaotic. These things came in ripping up holes in the ground with those spear-like legs. I'll need to get a paint drawing for you eventually, but let me add that to my to-do list.
I can see that Hugo and the cleric are down.
Perception checks on both those, bonus of 4 because you're looking for stuff.
Okay.
To-do list.
I rolled a 1 on the first one, which would have been Hugo.
Yep.
And no, I didn't see the cleric. 19. Even with a bonus of 4, that's still a fail.
Yep.
So I notice Hugo, and I will go over and bind his wounds.
Alright, that will be you for the round. Hugo, you'll get 1 hit point back and a perception check.
Asa will use about 5 square foot of leather that she had bought previously to kind of use it to pad out the fire.
Alright, the creature is pretty large. You start patting out the section, and pretty soon the fire will burn out by itself or so forth. Hugo, you have 1 hit point restored and a possible perception check. Good call,
Hold
Velvin.
on. Nope. 18.
18. Well, yeah, Hugo, you're comfortable.
Wait, no? That is a pass.
You have an 18 perception? Quarter
I
troll,
have a
what am I saying?
19.
Alright, Hugo, you
We're talking
awaken.
about Hugo, though, not Bassa. Bassa has a 19 perception. Hugo,
Asa
too.
and Hugo both have 19s in perception.
Okay. Hugo
Nice.
unconscious, Vasa dissecting the creature.
Hugo
Unbinding
actually will
wound.
rise from consciousness at the end of the round as Velvin rushes over and helps.
Okay. Alright, so the 2 creatures are dead. The one that I shot took my fireball, correct, Dungeon Master?
Yep, those things will need to make saving throws as rope thin versus fireball. It normally saves on a 15. So, yeah. Roll the saving throw versus fireball. Now they are +3 bolts, which gives them a bonus of 4, so 11 or better they save.
I rolled an 18. And
Alright.
the other one missed, sadly.
Oh, that's a good point. Alright, so that thing should save if you give it its save versus normal blow for hitting.
13.
13,
So it's
yep.
somewhere out there.
I meant the one that
Okay.
struck, but yeah, that works too.
Okay, I'll roll for that also. Yes. Yes, it does.
Alright, so both
So they're
bolts
both
are
out there.
intact.
Somewhere.
Well,
Well, I
one's
know
on
where
the
one
creature
is.
that ran off, and the other, well, I say ran off, but it's about, that thing moved that many feet there in that much time. Beg my pardon. Yeah, it moved about 9-10 yards away from the party total.
Alright, the horses are dead.
Horses are dead. The wagon did manage to save.
Okay.
Hey, the meat's
Uh,
cooked. I'm joking.
Shit.
Although the outer meat's probably a lot more cooked than the inner meat.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, but I don't need to extinguish any fires, do I?
Nope.
No.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Alright.
Bad luck on the dice roll there, running into these things.
It's alright. They're going to be worth a big chunk of XP.
Oh yeah, casting and melee in the same round I gave as a exceptional, and then some.
Brutal, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's...
Now, for what it's worth, they weren't 20 hit dice; they were 10. But there were 2 of them, so 20. So I wasn't lying when I said 160 hit points was a lot.
Yeah, I get it, yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
that
so
fourth
yeah.
lightning at the beginning was very smart, Ecroromede.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do at that point. Once I couldn't reach them with my blades, I was like,
Alright, so we're in a new round at this point, and Hugo is reviving. The only other person down is the cleric.
Oh, the cleric's incinerated.
Yeah, the cleric is below -10 and on fire.
Okay, so it's safe from a cursory glance to say she's dead.
Yeah, no, that is. She had some of the worst luck. On the plus side, she took 2 hits that could have gone to other party members, so she served her purpose all right. On the downside, I liked her. She was based.
I did ask. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Dom. It was based off of one of your characters, anyways. Susie. Susie's stats on a Cerebellium of Zarbot. Yep.
But yeah, I did ask in out of character if Hugo saw the.
Ooh, where is your god now? You asked an out of character if Hugo tried to shield the cleric from the fireball? No, because he didn't really know it was coming. There would be no time to move. She was already unconscious on the ground. Nope. Especially because he went for a parting shot, mind you. Had you been like, okay, I'm going to rush over and help the cleric, then I would have allowed a perception check at a penalty.
Yeah.
Alright, Ecroromede begins reloading his crossbow and redosing.
Yes, so
I
Dungeon
will-
Master, I'll be using a +3 bolt and a +2 bolt at this time.
I'm gonna put a cure moderate wounds on myself if that's okay, Dungeon Master.
Type it in, and absolutely.
Were any of you struck?
I was not.
Not by anything Stone Skins could have saved me from.
Where is your god now? Jesus, Melvin, cold as ice.
I am. In my character is a heathen, not an atheist, but a heathen.
Mhm.
I had
Aren't you
another
neutral
idea.
evil, though?
I had
Weren't
another.
Yeah.
you trying to learn Quintus?
No, I was interested, but I'm seeing the fault in these gods.
I had another idea that might have helped us, but it came too little, too late. Actually, I had 2 other ideas, but the damage is done.
I'm noticing the faults in the gods because I see all these clerics. They pray to their gods and do all these rituals, and
Delvin,
their god delivers them little. But
Don't
I pray
wait.
to Ecroromede, and he gives me more than I can ever ask for.
Delvin, don't waste time dragging her body away, unless you plan on dragging that thing away as well.
Well, that thing kind of ran out of the campsite, right?
One of them did.
The other
Oh, only
died
one of them
there.
made it out?
Yeah.
The other one died to Vasa's quad damage.
Oh, I thought that was as it was running out.
Nope.
It was trying, but
It
no.
Oh.
tried, but it didn't make it. There's no
Damn.
point dragging her body off with this thing dead in the campsite. And Vasa, make sure you cut open their gullets, see if they swallowed anything valuable.
That was the plan.
Alright. Yeah, Vasa, the dissection goes smellily. There's a lot of green, oozy stuff you don't recognize, even with your training
Vasa,
on
chart
anatomy.
Chart that shit down too, please. I'm
Hugo
curious.
will do so. After, of course, getting a cure moderate wounds off on himself because he
Hugo.
hurts.
Hugo, you can dice it. Vasa's dissecting. So yeah,
You
Vasa,
know,
the dissection goes green and smelly and kind of putrid, to be honest.
for 10 points of healing. I like
Now
that.
you're no cleric, but you know your way around anatomy of things that you can do extra damage against, and this is bizarre. It's like if someone was bored one day and decided to build a fucked up version of like a fucking crab mixed with a human, mixed with a giant, mixed with God knows what the hell else it is, and tore off its legs, except for 3 of them because it was mixed with the spider, and then replaced the tips of them with spears that almost look like they're grafted into the flesh and in some unholy fusion that might be horrifying to consider. And don't even get me started on that arm. What the hell is that
And
arm?
Vasa, save those arms. Throw those on the wagon, please.
Okay. We'll use her hand axe to cut them off.
That's Hugo's hand axe, I believe, now? Or does Vasa have a hand axe?
Vasa has that +2 hand axe.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Vasa will be able to cut them off nice and easy. Yeah, upon closer inspection, the fingers look stitched on from other hands. Like they don't match. There's also 12 of them.
Fair. Vasa's seen a lot of shit, so I'm not surprised at this point.
Okay, should we just kind of lump this in since dissection is going to take more than a round?
Oh, no, I was just giving y'all some flavor. Yeah, that's going to take a bit. Ecromede, after you reload redose, what are you doing?
I'm going to stand overwatch for a few minutes, make sure everything is settled down. Then I plan on going to try and find the magic bolt that struck true. And then after I get that back, head back to the camp, go over where I believe the other one may have landed and do detect magic and look for it.
Okay. Okay, you will be successful on both counts.
Awesome. I'll mark off the spell, and I'm going to leave the current bolts loaded since
And
they're
dosed.
envenomed.
Yes, okay. Now, Velvin, what are you doing during the time of Voss's dissection? And Hugo, I'll need to know if you're doing anything special too.
I am. I'm going to sit down and contemplate life for a little while, because I just watched the cleric die.
Okay, Hugo, other than your cure moderate wounds, which you should have diced by now, anything else
That
you're
wasn't
doing?
all of it. That
I
wasn't all of
did.
it.
I took 10 points of damage.
Alright. Velvin, you were saying?
And during that time, I'll take out my picture of Yelrin and look at it, and also ponder, and then
Pondering.
put it away.
Okay, Hugo, after your cure moderate wounds, what are you doing?
I'm gonna put another one onto me.
Okay. Ooh, that's a fun encounter. Let me check how intelligent this thing is, because it might just wait. Low to exceptional. Well, if that isn't a fucking gradient.
Oh, what the fuck is that? Low to exceptional. So you roll a dice to find out where it sits?
Basically, yeah, I just rolled the d20 to get a rough idea. It rolled 13, so smart enough to hide and wait. Let's see if anyone in the party notices it. Not yet.
All right, Dungeon Master. Once that's done for me, I want to start chopping bits off of this thing that died in our camp, and ask Velvin to. All right, here's a manageable leg chunk. Can you move that out some? We'll
Velvin?
spread the shit out. That way, the scavengers will go after this instead of our dragon meat.
After about 2 seconds of Ecroromede talking to me, I'll shake my head and realize what he's saying and start helping.
Alright, yeah, Velvin, you still have your strength on, so it's decently easy.
Nice.
And I take it I have no problem chopping this thing into manageable sections.
You're all good there. It's going to take a bit of time, obviously, advancing. So, Ecroromede, you and Velvin will have spread the chunks. You've reloaded and redosed, recovered your crossbows. Hugo, you've cure moderate wounds, and anything else?
Who was on watch when these things sprung up?
Hugo.
Hugo, are you in any shape to continue keeping watch?
I can. I would need a little bit more healing on myself, but should be fine.
Can you do that now, or did you need time?
I can do it now.
Then you should heal that. Cleric, heal thyself. Promptly.
Dungeon Master, using second cure moderate wounds on self.
Duly noted, and dice it.
For 8. Leave. That brings me up to full. Yep. Close. Very close.
Alright, so, Dungeon Master, there should be a burning corpse thingy that was fleeing away. The fire's probably died out by now.
At this point, it has.
There was, to the south, some stuff that probably got set on fire by the lightning bolt, which is probably burnt out by now. There was shit around our campsite, brush, grass, whatever, that caught fire and is probably burnt out by now.
Yep. Ooh, the decoys will need to save. We can cover them later.
Decoys.
Yeah, we can cover them later, or throw 10 gold at the problem and we don't need to think about it.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's whether we'll have them for the rest of the journey, so I will make their saving throws now.
Alright, let's see. They are sleeping rolls. And what type of armor is it? Leather armor?
It was padded armor stuffed full of cloth of bandage quality.
Oof, cloth has a terrible fireball save.
9, 2 17s, and that one is gone with a 3.
Okay, 9 and 2 17s. Let's check the 17s. So cloth only saves on a 20, so the cloth is probably not great, but it's inside leather. Leather?
No, padded armor.
Padded. What's the difference between padded and leather as far as the saving throw would go, you'd say?
Okay, have you ever seen one of those suits that the dog trainers
Oh, one of those? Yeah.
That's padded armor. It's cloth. It's thick cloth. So maybe, like better than regular cloth by 1 or 2 points.
It's 18 or so.
So all 4 suits are gone.
Yep.
Okay, then that's not an issue. I just need to erase those, and I'll throw gold at it.
Yep, yeah,
Next
you'll just
turn.
buy
But
the
yeah,
cloth and the padding and shit. I'm sorry, party. Throwing spells at your party is not fun when it's the fallout and it's like,
It's
well, shit,
okay.
this is gone, that is gone. Did you know paper has a save of 25 against fireballs?
yes, I knew that.
I did not realize the chart actually went that high out.
Yeah, don't have your spell book out when someone throws a fireball at you.
Oh, yeah.
Kaboosh.
I'm happy that Hugo saved.
As you should be. All right, so I got my bolts back.
I mean, Hugo, you can probably take
Damage is
a,
done.
That's a good point. I need Hugo's quick reference shit in a minute. Actually, let me do that really quickly now. Hugo, you are a quarter
Third level,
troll male. How many hit points?
34 hit points.
Oh yeah, that could have brought you to below 0. Armor class?
Armor class? Sorry, 4.
Armor class.
I'm gonna go for a
4.
smoke real quick.
No, I got you. It's good. It's good. It's good. Actually, hold on, Hugo. Last thing. How big is your magic crystal? Or what's the
Magic
value of it?
crystal? 250 gold piece. It's a
250
10-foot
GP.
radius.
Okay.
I'm not 10-foot radius, 5-foot radius.
Yep, that checks out. And you have 19 perception. You're a 3/4 cleric magic user.
Third level magic user, 4th level cleric, so yes.
4/3, yes.
What are you wearing for armor? Leather?
No, I'm wearing full plate.
Yeah, he has a crappy dexterity score, so his armor class actually goes worse. Grills actually has a paladin rolled up that has that.
Oh, that has that low of a dexterity that you get a.
It was a challenge. Hey, play a paladin with a 3 dexterity. Yeah, okay, lol.
3 dexterity? Wow. You'll never save on
Penalty
a
of 3
fire.
to your armor class.
Yeah.
Oh, the penalty applies to your saving throw, too.
Uh-huh. And yeah, they don't already have a great one.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. Okay, thank you
you.
for waiting. So, party. After the chunks are chunked and thrown and removed and all that's done, what's the party doing?
All right.
On my watch, Hugo will take a sketch of those creatures.
Okay.
Duly noted.
Melvin, you haven't had lunch yet. Go ahead and get some sleep. Hugo, keep a special sharp eye for the first 20 minutes here.
We'll do so.
Let your sketching wait. And Dungeon Master, I'm going to try and take 18 minutes to get Fireball and Lightning Bolt back.
You should get that time.
Bam! Okay, that said and done. Double check on Hugo, make sure he's looking okay. And at that time, I'm going to settle back down to where I sleep and get my nap time. And Dungeon Master, please let me know how much time has elapsed between when I took those magic missile hits and when I next wake up for whatever reason, because I know I don't regenerate from the fire damage, but I do from the 18 hit points of magic missile that you dropped on me.
Alright, 18 turns, duly noted.
Thank you.
If Ecroromede shows that he needs healing, Hugo would offer some.
Yeah, Ecroromede, I'll let you choose if you want to update your triage. Up 75%.
Yeah, my triage is accurate at the moment without any regeneration taken into effect.
Realistically, you got 1 hit point back during this time.
Okay, I'm not going to calculate that. Well, Hugo, can you address these burns?
I can.
That would be excellent then.
Y'all can dice it.
We'll do a cure light wounds.
Dice it.
4, 5.
Okay. I took a total of 9 from the burns. I bound the wounds.
Brings you
That's
to
6
8.
out of 9. 3. Okay. Okay. My thanks, Hugo.
I do have to
Stay
update
alert.
triage.
Okay,
So,
now I'll
Hugo,
have to update.
during your shift, you're making a sketch once everyone's back to sleep and the first hour or so has passed.
Yep.
All right, keeping guard. Your perception's a 19, you said. Oof.
Ew.
Of all the times to roll a natural 20. Oh well. We can close this down. Don't need that guy anymore. Okay, Hugo, give me a perception check.
Okay. 16, so pass by 3.
Pass by 3. Okay, Hugo, you finish up your scribbling and start taking watch. And as you're keeping watch, you perceive over by the husk of the wagon. I say husk, but the fact is the wagon's still there, just nothing to pull it now. There is a large creature which appears to have quietly skittered into campsite. It was also lucky no one was sleeping by it right now. It's sorry, my cat just jumped me. It's a giant scorpion. I don't have a description for it. And it's picking away at the dragon meat. What are you doing, Hugo?
What the fuck?
I'll take out my hand axe and swat it away. Well, how big is it? Is it like the size of a small dog?
Oh, that's a good point. There are two types of giant scorpions. No, it's not the big one. It's not the big one.
Oh,
Grills,
thank
I
you,
just realized
Jesus.
what the fuck was about.
No, what the fuck is why is it eating our dragon meat when there's all sorts of body parts laying all over the place?
It missed though. It fucking missed it. Honed in on the dragon meat. No, it's about the size of your hand. Pretty big for a scorpion, but not that big.
Taking out the glaive then and kind of just swatting them away.
I thought Vasa had the glaive. Hugo?
Hugo has the glaive Guisarm. Pet, I can't speak today.
We saw that.
Guisame. Alright.
It's a fucking French froggy word.
Roll to hit.
19.
Okay, yeah, that hits. You can dice damage if you feel like it. The thing has 3 hit points.
That might actually not kill it if I accidentally roll minimum.
But you'll definitely make it system shock.
Yeah.
2d4. Where's my d4? There it is. 2d4. Oh yeah, it's dead. I rolled a 3 on the first d4.
Alright, you kill it. Yay! Giant scorpion.
Hey, I get like 8 XP for killing a...
Added to the list. Nothing else for the rest of your watch. Okay, Hugo, how long did you intend to keep watch for?
3 hours. It's already been an hour, so I don't know how long that'd be.
By your reckoning, it's been a bit muddy, obviously, but you're pretty sure the remainder of the 3 hours has passed. Puts it to here. Who are you waking up now?
I will wake up since the cleric's dead. So actually, no. Cleric's not in...
Cleric did her shift already.
Yeah.
Before Hugo.
Sorry. I would wake up Velvin, because Velvin is next.
Waking up Velvin. Okay, Velvin, how long are you keeping watch for?
Remembering the stern warning Ecroromede gave us, and not knowing how long these guys actually kept watch for, I'm going to go for 3.5 hours.
Oakley dokely.
I've already had a good amount of sleep, so I
Ooh,
figure it's not like
ooh.
I'm going to fall back asleep.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who's ready for round 2, motherfuckers?
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay. What do I want to throw at you all?
Throw us God. Why don't you?
Ah. They're all busy tonight.
Forsake.
No, I didn't roll a 20, I rolled a 19. Almost as fun.
I mean, I would not mind fighting a Forsaken right now.
Shut up, Daryl. He rolled a 19. I figured if it was a 20 and we were getting a dragon or a forsaken, fuck it, let's get Grills' wish. Really suck when one of us lobies gets the fucking killing blow by accident, though.
Okay.
You
These
know
things
it's
aren't
true,
too
Grills.
deadly.
There's a chance it could happen.
I could
Alright.
ask if I could give. Actually, that's a good question.
You could wish
Could-
to give somebody your wish, I'm sure.
Well, it's
Would
more
your
of, could you
character wish for that?
No, nobody's voted.
Hugo might.
Hugo, come on. Anyways, don't worry. Worry about that problem when you have it. So,
Yeah.
Velvin, you're on watch, and give me a perception check.
Usual routine in the shadows around the fire.
Time
I
to
rolled a
sing
12 of 14, sir.
12 of 14, yeah. You perceive a small creature flying in the air near the campsite as you're on watch. For reference, you're near the southeast corner of the camp, and this thing's coming at the party from the south again. It's tiny. It's only the fact that you see heat signatures really that you caught it, because, you know, heat signatures glow as opposed to not seeing it all. If it was in full daylight, you might have missed it. It's about a foot or so tall. It's flying via some method. It appears vaguely humanoid. Although you don't see wings, but they might be beating so fast you can't tell for sure. And it's slowly hovering, moving towards the party.
Draw a
What do you-
bow assassination attempt.
Roll the hit.
Come on, roll big, baby. Yeah. 16 plus 2, 18 at 5th.
Hits, dice damage.
Damage is... I rolled a 3.
3. Your arrow pierces the creature, smashing it into a nearby tree or possibly carrying it off into the distance. You're not sure. Let me check. Yeah, it's off in the distance.
Okay, I kill a pixie.
You're not sure what you killed.
Okay, out of character, did I kill a pixie?
You don't know.
Okay.
What are you doing now?
Continuing my watch. I'm gonna keep my eye in that direction a little bit.
Alright,
the
well, it's a
first
good thing you
15
did,
minutes.
because it takes you a second to realize, oh, there were 2 more that were already inside the campfire light, but upon their comrade being struck down, they're flying towards you. Options.
Drop bow, draw scimitars.
Alright, party, you're entitled to perception checks, penalty of 2 while Velvin is patrolling outside the campfire light, except for Ecroromede, who sleeps at the west end, thus penalty of 1 for him. To hear Velvin draw scimitars, I mean, you know, the shink of steel sliding out of its sheath.
Oh, they're coming up quick.
A modified 14, you rolled 13. Yeah, Ecroromede, unfortunately, you're gonna miss your thing. But
No,
I like that.
I thought you said I had a bonus of 1.
Penalty of 1.
Oh,
I both.
Alright, so that would bring you
Okay.
15. Yeah, Hugo and Vasa will awaken,
Yeah.
though.
I failed.
Yeah. So yeah, even with penalties, Hugo, Vasa, you both will wake up to hear a sword sliding out of its sheath, and Velvin, both swords are just 1.
Both.
Both swords. Alright, the creatures move into attack. Dice initiative.
Dice initiative. I roll a 3.
3. Do you have ambidexterity?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. Okay, you rolled a 3, they rolled a 5, thus their attacks will come in first, or at least one of theirs will. One of them flies towards your face, and you kind of try and duck to the side, and it goes for your throat. It does
And-
not connect. You can swing. Roll the
Okay.
hit.
I was gonna say, you're remembering that I'm attacking at 7th now, too, with my scimitars, right?
I forgot that,
Like,
but go ahead and roll the hit.
Multi-attacking? Yeah.
I forgot you were multi-attacking. Y'all level up so fast.
19, plus 2 from strength, plus 3 from scimitar is 24. I'm sure that's a hit.
That hits. You may dice damage.
And then I roll a 5 plus 3 from scimitar plus 3 from strength is 11 points of damage.
Yeah, you splatter that one like a bug. The other one's eyes are glowing brightly red at this time, and it's making this loud shrieking noise. Thus, the party, if they hadn't already woken up, would get another perception check. At Ecroromede, you'd come in later, but this thing's dead, I know, so I'm going to give you a chance if you want to not wake up. Interrupt your sleep. Up to you. Ecroromede?
I rolled a 16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't
Alright,
worry,
you
the
failed.
old one won't wake up.
All right, and someone dice percentage, please.
I got it. I got it.
There you go. You roll it, Sleepy.
86.
86. Ooh.
I don't know what I was rolling for, whether that was good or bad, but I rolled it.
That's it.
Miss. 86. Hit self 1 to 4 damage.
It killed itself.
It has 1 hit point and it just killed itself. It runs into a tree and impales itself on a branch, trying to get at your
Score!
throat.
Even asleep, I killed it.
All right. What are you doing at this time?
I'm gonna examine the little body of the one that I cut in half and it fell to the ground.
All right.
What does it look like?
Well, a very badly mangled, tiny person, maybe about the size of your hand, if that. It
Little
has,
butterfly wings?
upon no, weirdly enough, it does not. It has, upon closer look, very sharp-looking teeth and claws, and yeah, its eyes are kind of larger than you'd expect.
Oh.
Obviously, you have to walk into the firelight to get the visual details, because infravision only gives you so much, and the heat is fading.
No coin purse on that thing or anything?
In its backpack, you will find 5. Yeah, no point purse. Come on.
Okay, I had to ask.
You'll find 3 buttons.
Buttons? It has buttons?
Buttons are their currency.
No, this was not a fairy.
Close your eyes.
It
This
was a
was something
sprite.
else. This was something invented.
Oh, cool.
Like you gotta zip.
Well, I
At
murdered
least
it.
At least it wasn't bullshit like the nymphs, where it's save or die, bitch.
Oh, nymphs suck, dude. Don't
Well, to
wanna
be
fuck
fair,
with
it didn't
nymphs.
hit you, so you don't know what it could have done.
Yeah, like I said, it's
Although,
like
to be fair,
raw.
you've got stone skins, so you're pretty safe.
So, when you go to bed tonight, you might want to put some steam
Okay.
on the bridge of your nose.
I
So,
think
Velvin.
the other might have been a nymph.
You're keeping watch. Anything else? No.
Nope, usual. Hide in the shadows.
No.
Not in firelight,
Meat
but
shit
it's
has
okay.
scared off most of the scavengers. It's an odd one. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm so happy. Should I be mean?
Yes.
Oh, I shouldn't be. Then
Yes.
again.
Yeah.
How many encounters in one night? Damn, this dragon meat draws stuff in.
This one actually wouldn't be because of the dragon meat. Okay, it is not one.
18 years old.
It's not one on my favorite results.
I don't know if that means Forsaken or
Good.
Homebrewed shit.
Homeward
Double lot
shit.
would be.
Okay, guys, Mama was in here, and so I missed out on a minute or two of stuff.
We're about to die again.
So we're fighting what, a micro Bodak or what?
You'll see. I'm still quickly typing it up. Velvin, you will finish up your watch and pass over to Ecroromede.
And when Ecroromede awakes, he's not mad at what time it is, right?
Yeah, it feels like you got some decent sleep.
I pushed it, sir. I
Yeah,
really
you
tried.
did. You had a secret wisdom check you didn't even know about.
That's right.
Get some rest, Melvin.
Thank you.
Dungeon Master, how much time has elapsed?
Oh, enough for you to get those 18 hit points back.
Roger that.
Ecromede's on watch, at least when we go to die this time, so I can sleep through
Okay,
it.
Dungeon Master. Moving silently, hiding in shadows, staying outside the firelight. That crossbow is ready. And I've got my shield on me this time. Triage. Let's see, 3 out of 88. That's like 4%?
About there. About as close as you're gonna get. Maybe 4.6 or nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That AC should be there, actually.
You said you're missing 6 hit points?
3.
3?
3 out of 88.
Yeah, it's 3%. 3.4%.
I would have thought it was 4 since 88. Well,
Calculator.
yeah,
I
that
did the calculator.
fits. Yeah, that fits. Okay, so me saying I'm at 96% is pretty accurate.
Pretty much, yep.
All right. Yeah. And Dungeon Master. I've got that 50 feet of fine rope in my left hand with my shield.
Duly noted. Should I max these guys out? They have low hit dice,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of them.
Are they
Yes.
humanoid?
Vaguely humanoid, yeah.
Yes.
I'm hearing a yes.
Dom's selecting tonight.
Dom is the low man on the totem pole, and he wants max hit points. I'm down with that.
It's more the fact that I want to see chaos at this present moment.
Okay. Ecroromede, you begin patrolling around the campsite, as you do. And, occasionally you might have to wave your sword or a torch around and scare off a rat or two, but you have a good point. There's only the occasional monster that gets past the outer layer of shit. Although some of that outer layer shit did get taken, and some dragon meat got stolen, too. An intelligent enough monster to realize what that was turned itself invisible because it could do that and snuck in when someone's back was turned.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on that, but we'll make it later.
Eh. So, party. Where we got? We got Ecroromede patrolling. At this point, Ecroromede, you're actually due north of the party as you're outside in the circle of the firelight trying to keep your heat signature camouflaged while...
Excuse me, hold on.
Hi, Junior.
All right, sorry, Double M and gang. Junior was, going to bed, and I had to do that. So I'm on watch patrolling. I'm at the north end of the campsite when what happened?
So, give me a perception check. Pretty decent bonus here.
Fucking A, I rolled a 1.
Ecroromede, you quickly perceive several heat signatures. They are man-sized. There's like 2, 4, 6... Oh, shit, they're marching it. Not marching, but they're going in formation. And I'll finish describing, and then I'll give you your new, but don't worry, you'll get that off.
I was ready for that, yeah.
So there are probably going to be a dozen of them as you finish casting the spell, mind you. Because, one segment spell, you gotta cast and you gotta say it. And, yeah, they're humanoids. They appear to be holding weapons of some kind, and as for whether or not they can see you, you're not sure, but, yeah, you begin casting at the time that you see them. My bad, not casting you. Crossbow. Thunk, thunk. Now, there's a lot of them. Are you aiming both shots at the first one or trying to split up?
Split.
Split. Okay, so you'll shoot at A and B. Alright, and I'm going to need some better music to run this. One moment, please, but you can roll to hit twice.
Okay, I'm waiting for that new.
Oh, okay. I mean, the rolls is just rolls, but give me a second. So many places at once. I need to make one of you all be the combat music roller. Roller? Player.
I don't have any good combat music.
I have a whole list, but yeah.
At this point, Hail to the King sounds appropriate. But whatever.
New! Crossbow and begin casting Entangle Rope. You'll be able to use Entangle Rope in the same round as that works.
7 and 10.
Okay. 7 and 10. Let's start at the bottom, because I'm pretty sure 10 will make it. Fighter, 9th, 7 hits. Dice damage for both.
Okay, first bolt for 8. Second bolt for 9. And these are recently envenomed with giant wasp shit.
Okay, giant wasp. They need to make their save. That's a fail on that guy. That's a fail on that guy. 2 of them will go down. Don't even check that guy's there. Alright. Yes. You will, of course, hear the thumps of the bodies and oh shit! And the figures begin moving in quicker. Several of them are going to start discharging crossbows as you begin casting. Party, that being Dave, Hugo, Vasa, and Velvin. You may give me perception checks. If y'all are sensitive to the loud noise of the bard, feel free to turn it down. It's starting to overpower even me.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is
Rasa makes it on the nose. Hugo makes it by 9.
Okay, the party will awaken and have an option halfway through the round. Feel free to edit your options that I saw you already put in of ZZ. Ecroromede, you begin casting. The monsters, of course, begin shooting at you.
okay.
Okay, there are that many of them. And they're going to discharge. Someone dice percentage for me, please.
I got it. 38.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 38. Crossbow fumble. I need to check. Weapon snag, score
Which one?
misses. Okay.
Who is up at the present moment? I know A and B went down.
Oh, don't worry. I'll give you designations soon enough. Y'all currently don't see anything, so you can wait on those new actions. So yeah, Ecroromede, several of them like take kneeling positions, whilst the ones behind them are aiming higher. And by the judge of it, they're using crossbows or some missile weapon, and a flurry of crossbow bolts comes firing towards you. They coordinate these things. They get a net. That being said, none of them will hit you because the net isn't perfect, but it's proficient, trained.
Good. I like that.
Right,
They will
and
serve me well.
those that fired toss aside crossbows and draw forth swords, the sink of nettle as they move to attack. You have finished a casting entangle rope, and there's a quad of, once you guess it, 8 of them coming towards you. Entangle rope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and entangle rope. I have roped back on my sheet for a list of monsters right behind 2 of them which are poisoned. It's the good old days, guys. Good times. 5
I
more.
wasn't here for the good old days, but
Well,
they're
you're
looking
here
better.
now. 5 more do not get roped, however, and continue to attack.
And Dungeon Master, can I enter something in-game chat now that my entangle
Certainly.
rope has went off?
Yeah. Take them alive.
Okay.
Now,
Oh,
this
dude,
is just
good
what it
point.
sounds like. It could be something else. But yeah, one of them that's entangled seems to be saying that, and they are squirming. And it is said as one word. Chromie, that smug laugh of yours is great. You're gonna love what comes next. Give me a second, actually. I want to quickly Google a picture of this thing.
Okay, good, because I need to pee. So, I'll be right back. Quick as I can.
Here, let's get an updated thing. That's about as close as it's gonna get. Pop this in out of character. Mark as spoiler. Okay. And holding. Okay. Gonna have to wait to Grills to get back for those, but yes, the creatures will move forward. They are currently fighting in the darkness, so Hugo, when you see one, you'll be able to start casting Deathbolt 2. It should have 2 segments if I recall. Voss, are you going outside the campfire light to engage these things?
If they're not inside the firelight, then no, holding back.
Holding back. Oh, don't worry, it should brighten up soon enough. Let's see, draw scimitars. I'm ready to engage. Velvin, you're currently sleeping over by old place that you were before. So yeah, Velvin, you'll actually be able to engage. You'll see these things easy enough.
Nice.
And I was worried I'd thrown too many of them.
My bladder is empty. Very good.
Very good.
Okay.
So yeah, Chromede, you holler out for them to take them alive, and that's you for the round. And yeah, Chromede, fun things are about to happen.
Okay.
Okay, so 5 more of the guys who haven't fired off their crossbows yet will try and shoot at you. I'm just going to quickly... They're firing a bit more wildly. The order might have broken, and you're pretty sure none of them are going to hit you. Yeah, several of them whizzed by, missing you completely. One whizzed kind of close, all things considered, but yeah, that was probably just a lucky guess. And again, after discharging their crossbows, they drop and draw swords, and move to attack you. Velvin, however, from behind, rolled a hit.
Oh, I got to roll to hit? Nice.
Do you wish to roll to hit?
Yes, yes.
Alright, are you
For
doing
sure.
anything special or just a
Nat-
standard attack?
No, and I rolled nat 20.
Dice percentage.
I'm getting there. Where are they? Right here. And 60.
6D. Upper leg hit, double damage. Dice it.
Dice it. Right here. 8. Doubled 16.
16. Ow.
That should take off a leg.
Yeah, no, that cuts that guy's leg off completely, and most of the other one, too. He goes down hard, and they turn about. They did not see you. Yeah, you killed him. You had sneak attack damage on top of that.
Oh, damn.
Brutal.
Sneak attack crit. Brutal.
Yep, he's dead. Blood flies everywhere. Okay, there's 2-2, so they're splitting up. Okay, and Vasa Hugo are currently waiting to be able to see the fuckers. Okay, Velvin, 2 of these things try to attack you. They are wielding short swords, from what it looks like. One swings and misses with a 7.
Dungeon Master, can we tell what these are?
They are humanoids. It's hard to say for sure. They are wearing some type of armor, it seems. And again, you're fighting in darkness, so
And what language were
6.
they speaking in?
it sounds almost common. Almost. You know, that break out, but said as one word twice.
But not Orcish.
No, not Orcish.
Okay.
It's like common with a accent.
No, not even an accent. It's like words mashed together and said repeatedly quickly. Something like that. Now, the voice is a bit deeper too, but I can't really do that. There you go. Okay, and that's the 2 that attack Velvin. Ecroromede, 2 of them go to attack you. Hugo Vasa, I have you standing by until you can see things.
Yep.
And yeah, Ecroromede, miss. Velvin, you're entitled to your second attack. Roll to hit.
Second attack. Roll to hit. 14 plus 5. 21.
21 hits, dice damage.
Boop.
No multiplier this time, though.
7 damage.
7 points of damage. Okay, you strike that one very thoroughly. There's definitely a clang noise as it hits some type of armoring. And the thing, snarls and swipes at you. That being said, you have a third attack this round, don't you? So roll the hit.
Yes, I do. And this would be with my offhand. I'm not sure what the penalty is on that. So
What's your
I'll let you
dexterity?
calculate that in. My dexterity is 17.
17. You're at a penalty of 2 with your offhand.
That's what I thought it was. Okay, so
Since you don't have ambidex.
I won't add my strength then because it's +2, but 16 total then.
16 as a 7th level fighter hits.
Yes. I still add my strength bonus?
Yeah, to damage.
Yeah.
The penalty is
okay.
on to hits. If you can strike with
Yep.
it, you can hit with it.
6 damage.
For 6 points of damage. Nicely done, okay. Yeah, no, that thing's not looking too great, and it's saying again some jarbled common-ish words that might sound like retreat. Honestly, hard to say for sure. The ones in the rope are struggling, but the rope is holding fast. Vasa Hugo are still on standby. Ecroromede, they swung at you, you've responded. Okay. New round 2.
Okay, does it look like they're falling back, or...
No, they're attacking.
Okay. Damn it, I erased shit.
Rip. Parry,
Had this all
final
ready.
word. Dropping shield. Duly noted. So you will drop the shield, draw your final sword, and while you're doing that, you'll try and parry with the other hand. Again, that's a draw, should eat up an attack if we're going by Gygaxian rules. We are not, so, yeah. Initiative should be mostly unneeded, although Velvin, I'll just need to check for you. And of course, Hugo Voss, I'll need to see. Yeah, Hugo, you never saw one. They're in the dark.
Oh.
And yeah, I'll need an initiative roll from someone.
Okay, I'm coming.
Not me
5.
on the initiative.
5.
Okay.
5. Alright. Sadly, they have a 6.
You're good on the rest, bros, just not initiative.
Okay, Ecroromede,
Yeah.
you drop your shield and draw forth your final word sword as the creatures continue to attack you. And, yeah. Velvin, even though you have 2 attacks from dual wielding, you don't have 2 attacks from your attack routine, thus they get to attack you first.
Yep.
That might actually hit you. What's your armor class?
My armor class is currently 3.
3. armor class 3 to hit that. They needed that. Mark off a stone skin.
Thank you.
Alright, the second one swings but does not do damage.
Perfect.
Okay.
I so much wanted to kibitz, but I don't think it would help.
Probably not at this point. Okay, Ecroromede, you drop your shield, and during that short time, your armor class is reduced, of course. Not short time, what am I saying? Anyways,
Armor
dice
class
your first
0.
parry.
4 plus 9.
It also
is,
rolled a 4. Between differences of attack bonuses and matrices, you disarm it.
Okay.
It runs to go retrieve its sword. As the other one is also going to try and attack you, you'll get a chance to parry it.
9 plus
It rolled a 1.
9.
You
Oh,
disarm it.
Poor bastard.
So yeah, you've disarmed them. They're flying away, running away, which is good because Ecroromede, you have a chance at a saving throw, don't you? And they don't know that. So go ahead and give me that saving throw.
I rolled a 10.
10.
I don't know what
This
I'm
is
saying.
a magical spell against you, so save versus magic. You're already a magic because you have that. Your saving throw is a 10. Okay, the spell fails to take effect. Ecroromede, you feel your skin crawl as some unholy magic tries to grab you, but you fight it off.
Shake it off. Did I perceive a spellcaster in their midst?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Okay, so your two opponents are going for their weapons. You can change your final word up if you'd like to try and hit with it, but that'll come at the way end of the round.
Aye.
And Velvin, you can attack. Roll to hit.
Thank you. Main hand is 11 plus 2, 16 at 7th level.
16 at 7th level. Hits, dice damage.
12 damage.
Yeah, that kills that guy. Okay, so Ecroromede, your two opponents are gathering their swords. The spellcaster you're not sure about. Velvin, you've killed 2 of these guys, and the final one's still squaring off against you. Hugo and Vasa are still waiting to be able to see, which is a shame. They could have seen this round if that light spell had worked. But Ecroromede resisted the headlights.
Yeah. That's good for me.
Don't put light in his eyes.
Wait,
Bastards.
Dungeon Master.
Oh
Did
wait, that's
one of
right.
them-
On failure, it doesn't pop. It just goes around you. Brain fart.
Behind me. They
Alright, so
can
yeah.
see now.
Yeah, Hugo, Vasa, I apologize. Vasa, you might be able to charge forward as these guys are backing up. And Hugo, Deathbolt, you can begin casting.
And they're temporarily blinded. But
Yep.
it's behind me, so I'm not. Sweet, their spell backfired.
Oh no, the intent was to get you one way or another. Thank you, Ecroromede. 10 XP.
Thank you. I'll put that under magic user.
So Hugo, Vasa, you can probably charge forward and get an attack this round. Hugo, you can begin casting. Are you doing so?
Yes.
Okay, Vasa, you
Yes.
charge forward, Goat Girl's hooves digging into the ground. You spring forward to get the closer one. You may roll to hit if you wish. Designate anything special if you'd like.
Nothing.
And Dungeon Master, as a fellow Dungeon Master, I award you 5 million XP for graciously accepting.
I
Oops,
cannot
I forgot.
remember every single
No,
damn spell, so thank you for
exactly.
reminding me.
Yep,
Okay, Vasa,
Sadly,
roll to hit.
sadly, 5 million is a drop in the bucket for what you need for your next level.
Don't you
Yeah.
need
That
infinity at
is-
higher levels?
Yeah. That's I basically gave a player 1 XP. Yeah.
That is a 16 at 8th.
That'll hit. You can dice damage.
Fuck yeah. Go
These are
girls.
man size, correct?
These are man-sized.
Good enough. For 9 points of damage, would anatomy work in here?
Anatomy does work.
Okay, let me make sure I got the.
Should be 9 plus
anatomy
4,
bonus.
13.
Yep, 13 points of damage.
He needs to system shock, that one does, as you poke a nice big hole in him. He passes his system shock, though. And yeah,
Dab.
something, I'm not even sure what its common equivalent would be here. Pain. Yes, I'll describe them in a minute. Man-sized figures wearing some type of chainmail and white armoring. Ecroromede, you can give me an intel check to remember it. Velvin, you weren't there. Vasa, you were there. Hugo, you were not there.
15 out of 17, Dungeon Master.
15 out of 17. Okay, so yeah, you'll pass that. And Vasa, you're also worthy of an intel check here.
Okay. Intel check. That's a 2.
2. Okay, both of you pass your intel checks. The armor worn by these is shockingly similar to the armor worn by some certain backwater extraterrestrial invaders from the day of the tournament when things went to hell for a minute there.
Oh. Oh, okay.
These things.
Speaking of which, Ecroromede, there's a floating red light? That's a pair of eyes. There's a floating pair of red eyes looking at you in the dark.
How far away?
It looks to be about 20 or so feet away and maybe 12 or so feet up, and you can give me a saving throw, as they can see you properly now.
Hold on, that was cocked. Goddamn, cocked twice in a row. That's a 6.
6. Oof, okay. This is as a spell. You save on a 10. Your cloak will give you +2, that brings it to 8. Dexterity would play in here, as it's a gaze attack, if you will, but
Nope.
I don't think your dex applies here.
Okay. Cloak is
Wisdom!
2.
Wisdom would also play in, as this is a mental thing. What's your wisdom score
Yeah.
at?
Wisdom's only a 12.
Wisdom's only 12.
Okay.
Fuck.
Cloak is 2.
Amulet, scarab that is 1.
Amulet gets me to one. Another one.
You need 1 more.
Armor doesn't count, does it?
No, this is not a physical attack which does damage.
Oh, fuck. What a time to roll a 6 when I need
Yep.
a 10.
Yeah, so Chromie, this is what the 10 XP is for. Because at first it wasn't going to work because they need to see you to do it, but they can see you now.
Well, what a time for me to roll a 1 on a perception check.
I know.
Damn it. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else that helps me.
Alright, I will contemplate how best to run this. You will get a saving throw next round to throw off the effects of it, though. But yeah,
Okay.
your action for the round is going to be nil. So, yeah. Hugo, Deathbolt 2, you can dice it. Now you
Did
are...
I get my final word attack?
No. Remember, both your opponents were disarmed and moved away,
Yeah,
and then you
that's
saw
what you
this
said.
thing, and... Yeah, Vasa has impaled one, and Hugo, you are doubling up on the next one you see, basically?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, let me quickly double check that spell, because
Oh,
it's been a while since I looked at it. Sends 2 gray beams, save versus death magic, failure indicates the targets were hit, and lose blah blah metaphysical, should the blah blah failure indicating death, can alternatively be delivered by touch. Okay, you're using the beam. The range is 5 tens of yards plus 1 tens of yards per level, so they're within range, penalty of 2 to saving throw, and does double damage. Okay, so it needs to make a saving throw versus death magic. It rolled a 17. Paralyzation, poison, or death magic is a fighter of that level. It needs a 14 to pass. Even a 0-level fighter passes on 16. It will successfully shrug off the death bolt that you point at it, except, hold on, wait, so that got a penalty of 2, but again, it's better than a 0-level fighter, so that penalty of 2 doesn't help it. Yeah, Hugo, the spell goes off, but it resists.
So, but it still takes the amount of damage, correct?
No, saving throw negates.
That's kind of worded weirdly, but
Do you see the section of the thing where saving throw negates? And this sends gray beams at the target creature, save versus death magic. Failure indicates to save means that they were hit. So in this case it saved, it dove out of the way in time.
it has 2 saves. That's what's really kind of... Oh, never mind, that's a system shock. I'm dumb, sorry.
That's if it falls below 0, because it doesn't actually do physical damage, just a system shock if you fall below 0. It's metaphysical damage. It can still kill you, but it doesn't hurt you. Very useful
Okay.
if you could make an area effect cloud thing of this and drop it on a rope of entanglement. Right,
Okay.
Grills?
My bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, never
Okay,
mind.
done. BRB'd. So this will be new round 3. Ecroromede, I'll let you make a saving throw versus spells to throw off the effect of this.
5.
Oh, come on. God damn it.
I mean, What adds on this time? The cloak, no. So just the scarab.
Cloak and
6.
Scarab would... I mean, Cloak might... No, I mean, at this point, you're trying to break free of something that's already got you, so yeah, no.
Yeah.
If the 6 failed, the 5's gonna fail. I'm sorry, Ecroromede. This isn't me fucking you over because of bullshit mechanics. This is bad dice.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put question marks in for the round since.
Oh no, I'll tell you what to do. Yep.
I don't like the sound of this.
Good news is it's not like a coordinated thing, so you're just swinging your sword. Bad news is this is you with your damn sword.
All right, you go pee or whatever you got a BRB for while I get a smoke. Damn
Yep.
it.
I'm sorry. This turned around.
I have a feeling that we are going to die soon.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay. Where we at? New round 3. Waiting for my actions. Where am I at? Some others are still away, I take it?
Just got back, actually.
Ah, there we go.
Really
Okay.
looking for a smoke.
Party, give me an initiative roll.
I'll do
Bob?
it.
Yep.
Okay.
6.
So I've got
Yeah.
Velvin and Vasa. I think I know who it is. Hey, Vasa, you're entitled to a perception check.
Okay. 10. Passed by 9.
I'll come back to you. Remind me you passed that
I've-
perception check. Hugo, what are you magic
I've-
missiling?
The thing that I tried to hit with the death bolt.
Okay. A creature will recover its weapon and go to attack, but, yeah. So, let's start with the top of the list. Velvin, you attack first. Roll to hit.
Sounds good. Roll to hit. I rolled 13 plus 5. 18 at 7.
Hits, dice, damage.
11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Very nice. This thing needs to system shock. Oops. Up 70 should save with most constitution scores.
I are
78,
clever
yeah.
monkey because I already had this in mind. I need to edit Dungeon Master
Duly noted.
because I had a goal here.
You had a goal here. Go ahead.
Uh-huh.
Alright, I'll let you pop in. So,
Is he
yeah.
gonna do what I think he's gonna do?
Velvin, that's a 2 attacker. It's 1 attacker, that's a magic missile. Okay, Hugo, the creature will get strucken by your magic missile. Dice damage. Missiles, actually. Anywhere from 2 to 10 points of damage. Let's see a big number.
Okay.
Nice try,
2d4.
Chromie, but no, you're striking to kill.
Really?
Yep.
I
4.
need slaves to pull my wagon.
You're not attacking your slaves.
All right.
What'd you roll?
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Nice. This guy's gonna have to system shock.
Why did our horses die?
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
The
Yeah, the
fireball
horses were
killed
fireballed.
The
Oh,
enemy
fuck.
fireball killed our horses.
them? God damn it.
Okay, yeah. Hugo, that one goes down from your green magic blasts. There's still one up over by Vasa that Vasa poked a hole in, but Vasa, you passed your perception check. Ecroromede has stopped. He paused and looked at something in the sky for a second, and then he turns to face you, and his eyes are glowing red, and he moves to attack you. Roll to hit, Ecroromede.
6 plus
6.
9.
6 plus 9 as an Ecroromede. Yeah, that's gonna hit Vasa. Vasa, mark off a stone skin and update your action if you wish. Okay, I see Hugo Vasa right typing. Let's see, Hugo's already done. Velvin, you're also entitled to a perception check to perceive this.
Okay.
Is this at all inspired by the Quarren from 2 nights ago? Absolutely
I rolled
not.
a nat 20 on that perception check, so I
You're
definitely
too busy
did not
fighting your
notice.
thing. Speaking of which, you can roll to
Yep.
hit again.
Thank you.
I
Okay.
have placed in my edit.
Okay, so you're trying to trip him up?
Yep.
Okay, you can roll to hit.
15 at 7th, Dungeon Master.
15 at 7 hits, dice damage.
That is an 18 plus any bonuses or negatives you have for me.
Okay,
14 points, Dungeon Master.
14
So 18
points.
plus 5.
Okay, Velvin, your second attack kills that thing, and yeah. You've still got the 8 tied up in the rope, the 2 that are paralyzed from the thing, the 1 that fell from the magic missile, the 1 over there that's trying to cut free its buddies, and you've got Vasa fighting with Ecroromede. Now, Vasa rolled an 18 after Ecroromede knocked off one of her stone skins. Let's see, Ecroromede, your armor class currently...
0.
0. Okay, so for Vasa to hit 0 with that, needs a that. Vasa! Ecroromede manages to jump over your thing and land nimbly on his feet. Miss. And let's see, that counts as an attack there. Velvin, you're entitled to a second perception check in lieu of your third attack, I'm gonna say. And Hugo's also got a perception check coming in to perceive what's going on here.
So
An 11 of 14.
3 to hit you? Damn.
Yeah, I'm tough.
Yeah. Okay,
I rolled
Okay.
an 11, Dungeon Master.
rolled an 11. Okay, Vasa, do you have another stone skin? Okay, Velvin,
I
you
do.
perceive that Ecroromede is fighting Vasa, and his eyes are glowing red. Okay, Vasa, mark that off as Ecromede's second sword strikes out unnaturally and hits you easily.
Okay.
This guy here has recovered his sword and is going over to free his buddies, so at this point, what does he need to do? The Entangle Rope has an armor class of 0, and needs to take that much damage before it can be destroyed. He attacks as a monster of that many hit dice. For him to attack 0, he needs a that. He rolled 1 below, and his attacks and attempts not to hurt his comrade will be insufficient this round. We move into round 4. Ecroromede is entitled to a saving throw at the start of it.
Yes.
Fucking thank God.
11.
Yes! Ecroromede, you will break free. Something had your mind. You've magic jarred shit before, or thought you did, maybe. This was different. You were a passenger watching as something was moving your body. Fortunately, it didn't seem to know too much what to do other than swing sword. And this alien voice in your hand commanding you, repeating the words in common, kill, 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 kill. Fire out the eyes. Attack, nearest not in rope. Okay, Velvin, there are none nearby you. There's one by the rope that's trying to saw at it from what you can see.
Oh, he's down. That's the man.
Does Vasa realize that Mead stopped trying to attack her now?
He's gonna like stop short and blink and shake his head and maybe squeeze his eyes tight, closed, and when he opens them again, they will be the normal brown colors.
I
So,
will
yes.
attack the one that is after the rope, Dungeon Master.
Okay. Now, from about 20 or so feet back and 12 feet up in the air, the party will see orange light glowing from the hands of 2 figures floating above the ground. If you would see actions for the round, you'll see what they look like. They are fucking weird looking. They are floating.
Oh, this is homemade again?
Oh, yeah. Well, I say homemade, but I totally stole it from Black Mesa. Yep.
And
Orange
they're floating
balls
how
of
high up in the air?
about 12 feet or so up. Orange balls of light emanate from both hands, and they seem to be preparing to throw. Oh, by both I mean the left and right. The middle hand just seems to be kind of wiggling in the air, doing nothing.
Okay.
Were those the things we fought previously?
No, you're thinking of the Vorts. They look very similar, Vasa, but no, the Vorts don't fly or have such big heads.
Okay.
The 3 arms that would indicate a possible relationship, though, maybe they are.
Okay.
Attack one of the actual enemies. Okay, Vasa, am I correct in assuming you are dropping your spear to use open hand strikes?
I'm going to continue using my spear for now.
And then you only get 1 attack. Hugo, what are you magic
yeah.
missiling?
One of the actual enemies, I believe.
Well, there are 8
Please,
of them
you
tied
said-
up in the entangle rope, and 1 trying to cut them 3, and those 2 guys floating about 12 feet back, well, 20 feet back and 12 feet up.
The one that's trying to cut the
20,
others out.
Duly noted. Initiative party. Ecroromede, Fire God's a
Thanks.
2-segment spell, right?
I don't remember.
I'll quickly poke at it. You're good.
Oh, okay.
Innervation, Silver Tongue, Spell Saver, Spirit Fire, Fire God. Casting time is 2 segments.
Okay.
I needed an initiative roll from the party.
Dom, you're up.
Okay.
You're the lucky one this turn.
4.
Hey, party still doesn't have initiative. Okay. Velvin, you move to attack, as does Vasa. That being said, you both get 1 attack this round. You know, Velvin, you're dual wielding, but you don't get initiative bonuses from that, and this thing's already there, thus it gets to swing at the rope once more. It fails with a 7, thus it will not cut it this round. Ecroromede begins casting Fire God as you 2 move to attack, but Hugo will beat him to it with the magic missile. Hugo, roll it. Dice your damage. Roll the damage, yes. Just don't roll minimum and you'll be fine.
Why
I'll try
didn't
not to.
Hugo shoot one of the flying things?
I don't know. I asked what
I
he
don't get
targeted,
it.
that was that.
I know, but it's just like he has ranged abilities. I can't jump 12 feet in the air.
8 points of damage.
Alright, that guy goes down, and the 8 in the rope continue to struggle fruitlessly. Thus, Velvin and Vasa, you may configure your actions if you wish, as the only 2 enemies that aren't roped up are flying.
Yeah,
And
shooting
throwing
scimitars and
orange
drawing
balls
bows.
of energy at you all. So, yeah, you're dodging around that shit. So, we've got Ecroromede, we've got Velvin, we've got Vasa, we've got Hugo. 4 members of the party, 1d4 to see who it targets. Velvin! One of the creatures chucks one of the orange balls at you. You know, they're throwing hailstones at them, but they only get 1 attack with them per round type of deal. And it just conjures up a new one as it throws the previous one. With a 14... What's your armor class?
3.
3. Mark off a stone skin if you've got one.
Yep, I do.
Yeah, the orange ball pops against you and kind of knocks you back a half step. That's some force behind that shit. The second one is also going to attack and throw, and 2 is against Ecroromede. Ecromede's doing Fire Gut right now. The difference between that and that, it's missile fire, essentially. But these guys had it in hand, so... Yeah, Ecroromede, one of the orange balls smashes into the ground next to you and pops, and again, things are just showering you with dirt tonight, but no damage.
Wow.
Ecroromede, Fire Gout. Let me double check the thing for that. Gout,
20 hit
fire.
points of damage, save for half.
Yep, I'm checking the range. Okay, so 3 inches wide at the start to 3 feet wide, which is 2/10 of yards long. So 3 feet wide, but that many feet back. Yeah, that works. One of them is within range, left or right.
Which one zapped me?
The left one tried.
That's the one I'm getting.
Go ahead and dice. Yeah, dice. No.
20
Let me
hit
go
points.
dice its saving throw. It failed its save. 20 hit points to that guy. He needs to make a saving throw, and he's on fire. Not that he was carrying anything, but... Not saving throw, system shock. Oh, yeah, it lets out a horrible squeal, but keeps going. Gets flying higher now. Oh, damn it, I almost forgot something. Alright, auto pass. The other one seems to be following your pursuit. You're not sure if they're just going higher up to make it harder for you to hit them, or if they're evaded, like flying away. Thus, I still need to know if Velvin or Vasa are doing anything this round, as you both
I
have
edited my actions, Dungeon Master.
evading to the
Sorry.
right, sheathing scimitars, and drawing bow. Okay.
That's the rest of my round.
And Vasa, are you doing anything? Because I haven't seen anything, and...
I'm going to draw my darts and start throwing.
Okay, you can start throwing at the beginning of round 5. If you'd been able to put that in when I asked you to, you could have thrown one last round, but yeah. Magic Missile 3-2 on Healthy/On Fire. Bow attacks. I like that. Good designation.
Thank you.
Okay, Vasa, designate targets with your darts, and as well as Hugo with your hand axes. Hugo, how many hand axes do you have? Axon.
10.
10. You keep 10 hand axes on your person?
Bandolier, yeah.
Hand axes?
Yeah, hand axes aren't
You,
big.
you're
Okay,
gonna have to consider that. That's no.
Okay, I have a hand axe in my hand right now. It is roughly the size of a hammer.
Wow, I've always pictured them as being bigger than that.
Okay, think like a carpenter's hammer, a roofer's hammer. It's like a hatchet.
Yeah, you can actually buy little hand axes that have
Huh.
the exact same type of handle as a hammer.
I'd pictured like call the the handle about 3 fists or so tall, and the blade about a fist and a half, give or take.
1, 2, 3. Okay, the handle is about 3 fists tall. And what'd you say for the head?
About a blade and a half, give or take.
Or a fist and a half.
Yeah,
A
fist
fifth?
and a half.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what
so
I'm
10 of
measuring with
those
my
hanging
hand.
from a bandolier on you?
Yeah, that's a lot of weight.
Yeah,
Just
no,
dangling
Hugo will
around
have
in
to
the
touch
front.
base on that, but no. That being
He's
said, you
8
could have at
feet
least...
tall.
He's 8 feet tall. Even then, that's a bit too much, my friend. We'll come back to you on that, but I also thought you were shorter, but for now you have enough for the round, one way or the other, because you can only throw 2 per round, I believe. Throwing left, attack, attack, attack right. Bow attacks, 1 on fire, healthy on fire, party, dice, initiative.
Gina.
Got it. 3.
Ah. I couldn't have done any better.
Yep.
I know.
They rolled a 6 for the 3rd goddamn round in a row, pretty
Jesus.
much. These things have high initiative. Okay, they floating upwards slowly. Ecroromede, you begin casting. Velvin, you've drawn forth your bow. You may roll to hit.
Roll to hit.
On
That
fire
is
is left.
12 at 5th.
Fighter 5th. 12. Hits, dice damage.
5.
5 to the one on fire. Nice. And again, it lets out a squeal, and oh gosh, it's unholy sounding. Chromede's still casting his Voss's dart. Roll to hit. Anatomy bonus will not apply here for what it's worth, Vasa.
I don't think that is a 16.
Thief, 8th, 16. Hits! Dice normal damage.
Dungeon Master.
Mm-hmm.
If these things are related to the thing that Vasa dissected, by any chance? Just saying. Just
Oh,
saying.
no, I actually did not think of that. Give me a second to consider. Okay, I will know in mind if it applies. You're gonna try, obviously, so go ahead and dice normal damage, and I'll add 4 if I think it works. Grills, 10 more XP.
Thank
Yep.
you.
So 2 plus 4 if it becomes pertinent.
I just asked for that, but okay, that's the one on the right, which is the nice one. Ecroromede, you can dice damage for the magic missiles, in order, of course.
Okay. 3 on the healthy one, coming up first. 2, 6, 9, 12 hit points on his happy floating ass.
Ooh, okay, and the other one? Ooh.
8.
Ecroromede, you will throw those green magic missiles. They spiral through the air very quickly, and it looks like they're about to hit, and the ones on the right, they pop like soap bubbles against him, and the ones on the left careen around him and pop like soap bubbles as well. Magic resistance. Yep. Not a very high amount, but they both rolled really low.
I tried.
Yep. Okay, and Hugo, hand axe, throwing at the one on the left, roll to hit. At this point, they've risen about that many feet up. I need to check the range on a hand axe.
That's a
Oh, not
3.
10 XP. I'm putting that on Assassin since it was anatomy related.
Yep. Yep, that works. I was actually going to suggest that. Yeah, that's a miss with that axe. And let's see, Vasa, you've got the dart. You may roll to hit with that.
Okay. 7.
Uh-huh, miss. Velvin, roll to hit.
Roll to hit. And we've got a 14 at 5th.
Fighter, 5th. 14 hits, dice damage.
4.
4 points of damage. Haha. Alright, it's still goddamn up.
Tough little bastards.
Yep.
Dungeon
Let's.
Master, how many of these things? There's 2 that are floating away. How many on the ground other than the 8 that are tied up?
Some corpses, but none seem to be attacking at this point. I can give you the head count later. Hugo, you've got one more hand axe, but it's getting pretty high up. You're going to be at medium range if you want to hit that.
Sure, let's go for it.
Roll to hit, penalty of 2.
That's a natural 20, though.
Dice percentage.
Yeah! Score, Vasa.
Hugo. Left one. Okay.
Oh, Hugo. My bad.
Hugo.
That
Actually,
is
hold on a
a
second. Hugo, what do you
84.
attack as?
I attack as a fourth level cleric or a third level magic user.
Okay, obviously cleric's going to be better. 4th level cleric.
Fourth level cleric.
To hit this thing, you normally need that. You're at a penalty of that. You can still crit it. What'd you dice?
I can't speak today. 84.
84 as a slashing. 84 would be the chest wound. Double damage. Dice it.
This is a D4. These are large, if I'm not mistaken.
These are man-sized.
Man size. Okay, then that means that's a D6. Where's my D6 then? Here, let's see. 3 points of damage.
Nice. 3 doubled to the chest. Yeah, that thing, its head kind of lags, and the axe is either sticking in its chest or it will fall out. Nope, axe is stuck in its chest. Its green blood is spilling down onto the ground below you, all raining on you. And let's see, 2 attacks from there. Vasa, do you get 2 or 3 darts in yet?
3
Wait,
darts.
Are they floating straight up or away?
Straight up, it looks like.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And at the end of the round, there are 2 loud pops as they disappear.
Motherfucker.
Sorry, girls, I hate to crush you like that. I knew you were gonna try for a lightning bolt or some shit.
Yeah, I was.
It's not my fault. I rolled 19 3 times in a row tonight.
So
Velvet, the one on fire doesn't seem to be around anymore. Nor does the other
okay.
one. There's the 8.
Okay, so we've got 8 that are tied up, a bunch of bodies, and that's it.
Yep. 8 that are tied up, a bunch of bodies, and that's it. Want me to cut and paste them over to XP Calc. Entangle roped.
There we go. Fucking deleted that message. I don't know what to do now. So they're both dead?
No, they
They're gone.
popped out of existence, teleported.
Oh, that's fucking
Teleported, plane
good.
shifted, some bullshit escape.
Coward.
If you were a creature who had the ability to teleport out when a blue dragon was bearing down on you and going to kill you, wouldn't you take it, Ecroromede?
Well, yes. Fuck you very much, Dungeon Master, yeah.
Hey, that means you're like the blue dragon to them, though. Yeah, I'll accept that. Okay, Ecroromede, you will reload. Vasa,
I kept
dissecting
them down.
one of the corpses. Okay, Vasa, you'll begin doing that. Hugo, triage then healing, then afterward get sketches of both things. Hugo, do you have perfect memory?
I do.
You do? Nice. Okay, so you should be able to recall the fuckers pretty easily.
I go over to Ecroromede. Mead,
I
What the hell?
what happened in the middle of the fight there? What did Vasa do? I seen you attack her. Does
I
she
was
need to die?
charmed or some shit like that. My vision went red. Were either of you hurt?
I was struck a couple times, but nothing major.
Vasa, what of you?
No, your protective magic saved me from your first 2 attacks.
Oh, you were fortunate indeed. Let's look at the prisoners. We now have new meat to pull the wagons.
Indeed. Perhaps some people might pass with some horses.
Yeah.
Sure, go for it, Dom.
And I gotta pee again.
I will do
So-
that.
Okay, Vasa's going to dissect a corpse. Hugo, triage, then healing. Afterwards, get sketches of both things. Dungeon Master, after I've reloaded my crossbow,
Mhm.
I'm going to slap a stone skin, one on Velvin and one on Vasa. You know, hey guys, here, let me restore some of that.
Thank you, sir.
And then I will move to interrogate the prisoners, but that's going to take me about 3-4 minutes to reload, spell,
Mhm.
spell. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go pee and I'll be right back.
Yep, go pee. It's maybe an hour or so till sunup.
Is everybody's triage correct?
All my NPCs are triaged appropriately.
Yeah, one's a pile of ashes on the floor, but that's
The other
whatever.
one's 10,000 gold pieces richer in the nearest temple of Quintus to Rinvera, which is in Rinvera. Maybe. I don't know. She might have moved on by now.
She's looking for that special mansion that is completely fucking weird.
That is Quintus's area of specialty sometimes.
Have we told you that story yet, Gina?
They can wait till after sesh, which isn't like an hour. You can hold it, Dom. I believe in you.
I know. I was just asking if he's heard it before.
I don't think so.
Duly noted.
Because, if it was my choice, I'd murder them all right now. But he told me not to. So I won't.
Okay, out of character, Velvin. The reason why I went for the one on the ground is because he was trying to cut the rope.
But there was literally 2 people running at him.
Yes. However, if he somehow got the rope cut, that's 10 more people we would have had to kill.
8.
8, 10. Numbers are relative.
Numbers are absolute. One is
Numbers
always
are-
one no matter where the fuck you are.
Yes, but it would. In all honesty, these things didn't really attack at a really good matrix.
Oh yeah, no, they were only 2+2 hit die monsters.
So
There were 15 of
Having-
them in total. 7 bodies, 8 in the thing.
All right, so Dungeon Master, I've reloaded and stone skinned my primaries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will go over to where these 8 are tied up.
Alright. They seem to be ignoring you, or they're not addressing you, they're just struggling.
You things, you speak. Yes?
They might mumble, repeat whatever it is that they've been saying. It's, again, broken, common, repeated, low, muttering, deep voice. But if they're intelligent, they're not displaying it, Ecroromede.
What are they saying?
Break out, break out, break out, or shit.
You want me to cut off a head? See if they'll talk then?
No. But just as I was charmed, they might have been too.
Well, they don't seem too bright.
I'll get a hold of one of them, Dungeon Master, and slap him across the face lightly. I'm not trying to inflict damage, just...
Alright. His eyes are glowing red as you recall those things glowing, and you slap, and, he obviously takes the blow and keeps looking straight ahead, keeps struggling with the rest of them. Nothing. He's not even looking at you right now.
You have anything that could break a spell like that, Ecroromede?
Possibly.
But what broke it on you? You seem to snap out of it. These fellows can't?
I have a strong mind.
Like I said, these fellows don't seem too bright.
Whatever I choose to use on them would free them as well. Are any of the downed ones still alive?
The party's checking bodies.
I'm keeping overwatch and watching the 8 that are tied up.
Yeah, I'll go coup de grace the rest.
Don't finish them.
Check them.
Yes.
Negative,
Ah.
negative, negative. That guy went to negative. That guy was super negative. There are 2 of them which are laying there. They're not moving. They,
Are they breathing?
yeah, they should still be breathing. Saved. 5, but plus 4 from the bolt should be saved, yeah. Yeah, no, they've got bolts sticking out of them one way or the other. And they're just kind of lying there, breathing. Yep.
Oh, paralyzed.
Did my bolts survive, Dungeon Master?
They did. I just checked the saving throw. 1 rolled a 5, which still saves with its bonuses from being magic and pluses.
Velvin, would you recover my bolts and
Yes,
bind
sir.
them?
I'll recover his 2 bolts and bind both their wounds.
Okay. Tick tock, tick tock. It's at that time now. All right, their
Yes,
wounds
sir.
are bound. Ecroromede, you're currently over the group of 8 that's still struggling against the rope.
Okay.
Vasa, you're still deep in your dissectomy. Dissectomy, yes. Hugo,
So
you're
Dungeon-
triage or healing at this point.
Dungeon Master, be sure, bind their wounds, but bind their hands as well.
Okay.
All right.
Hugo, not Hugo. Velvin, you're doing
don't-
that.
I gotta get some rope. Who's got rope that I can use on them?
Jaziel's not here, is he?
Not right now.
Yes, every
Oh, shit. My 900 feet of rope is with him. So, but I do have cloth strips. That could be used, yes, Dungeon Master?
Cloth strips could be used. It's not as good as rope, obviously.
Probably easy to break free of. It's just bandage material. Here, how about I cut off their legs?
No! They can't drag a cart if their legs are cut off.
Ah, yes.
Okay, there we go. There's some rope. After you get their hands and feet bound, lift up their eyelids, and see if their eyes are glowing. Like these.
Okay, I'll get the rope from Vasa or Hugo, whoever has it, and I'll go over, tie them up, drag them back over with the other fellas.
All right. And are you checking on their eyes?
Once we get them back over to Ecroromede, I'll let him check, because I don't know about
Right.
that stuff.
I'll check their eyes, Dungeon Master.
Yep, still glowing.
Still going. Damn. We have 10 of these things, but they're enthralled by those damn things that got away. But now, if I understand planar magics, which I think I do, those things are still on this plane of existence. If they had went into another dimension, their hold would be broken. Keep alert, companions. Unfortunately, my entangle rope only has about another 20 minutes or so. We must decide what to do with them in this time.
Oh, don't worry, I've got my eye on the clock. Take your time, party.
Do either of you possess a mirror?
No. You said
Neither of mine do, sadly.
you don't have any spells, Ecroromede, that might work?
I do, but I would have to untie them to do so.
Ooh.
I could try another thing. But you'll both have to be very on guard and prepared. I will be nearly defenseless while I do so.
Sure, I can be at the ready to jump in.
All right, Dungeon Master, I'm going to get over by the wagon, and I'm going to sit down, break out the bag, pull out crystal ball.
All right, you break out the crystal ball.
And I am going to try and use the telepathy of the crystal ball, and I will gird myself mentally and try and make contact with one of the two that is tied up with Hugo/Voss's rope.
Okay. Now there is a itty bitty, teeny tiny, I mean double out of a double out chance of failure, just because failure. That being said, 84 does not fail. You successfully establish contact, and you hear this mental command being repeated over and over in a third party's voice almost, where it's just break out, break out, break out. You know, the same thing that guy's mumbling over and over.
Okay.
And you might be able to detect surfaces of his mind, but it's overridden by something else. Possession, control of some kind.
Okay, I'm trying to get the host and tell him you are being controlled. Break free. I lend you my strength.
Yeah, good luck with that. I don't think the crystal ball can do that. Why are you all... No, rolls.
But he doesn't know that.
Yeah, I did an intelligence check for this guy. He switches to break free, break free, break free, break free, but yeah.
You must break free of their mind, or you will die, surely.
Yeah, no. Whatever's under there, it's buried deep. How long do you plan on keeping this connection open, by the way, Ecroromede? This is about round 2 you're in now.
Yep, that's it. Shutting it down.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a clever idea. Literally, I've been doing the crystal ball wrong in every way possible. The crystal ball can only receive or send messages that both participants will. You can't actually eavesdrop on someone's mental thoughts, as per its description. So you could send it at them, and since that thing has an extraplanar thing in its head telling it to, you know, do stuff, I figured you could pick up on that. That's picking up a live broadcast, but, yeah. 2 voices in its head instead of 1.
And there's no way to backtrack the voice that's in control.
Would you like to?
Nah, I don't have magic jar ready.
Oh, I love that response. The stop, the think about it. What are the odds I'm gonna get fucked in the head and kill the party?
Pretty good.
I don't want to be a sock puppet for these things, but... So,
All right,
Ecroromede.
Put my crystal ball and my bag of holding away and rise up.
Then what should we do, Ecroromede? Have you made a decision?
We slay them.
Right. They can be auto-killed at 1 per round per participant. There's 3 or 4 of you. The rope still has another 12 minutes left on it. That's enough time to kill them all.
Rope. After they're done, just for the dramatic effect, Dungeon Master, rope, return.
You recall the rope. It's awesome.
Pulls up, comes to my hand.
Yeah, Ecroromede, crossbow rope. Oh, gods. It's back.
The man is back.
So what's the party doing at this point? I'm going to call this that much time later. It's like an hour
Yeah,
till the sun
I don't
rises.
think there's any point in going back to sleep at this point.
Dungeon Master, do we have any idea how much time until daybreak?
Feels like an hour, give or take.
I would have so much enjoyed hitching the 10 of them into the traces to pull the wagon.
Yeah.
I want to say a thing, but I can't. I want to say a thing, but I can't. I want to say a thing!
Dungeon Master,
Yeah?
Master, did I get sufficient sleep for spell memorization?
What level?
5th?
5th level requires 10 hours, I believe. Hold on. 4, 6, it requires 8 hours. You've had that much. You've been interrupted a few times. You'd need a bit more sleep, I'm going to say.
Very well. Companions, I need to regain a few spells. It should not take long. Would you see about preparing breakfast? And if Jazeel returns shortly, let him know he can eat these things, but stay on high watch.
Yeah, I'm going to keep a watch on the road in both directions, see if I can see any traffic coming early in the morning.
Obviously,
Probably
you'll
not
have to
too
look
far
left, look right, or you're standing way far back to get that wide a field of view, which you're not doing, obviously. So you're looking left. Okay, nothing coming. Looking right. Okay, nothing coming. Looking left.
All right,
Repeat.
Dungeon Master, I will dose bolts. These are the +3 bolts.
Okay.
Damn it, that has chiseled away my venom supply very badly.
Taz.
And then while they're cooking breakfast, I'm going to regain some spells.
Okay.
I still have a giant wasp venom left, Ecroromede, with 6 doses in it.
Aye. Well, whichever of us needs it first, then. Thank
Yes.
you, Velvin.
Yeah, I'm sorry, party. There was just a ton of encounters. At first, there was nothing, then it all came at once. I rolled like 2.5 nights of nothing 1.5 night of nothing happening. Then on the second half of tonight, it was like encounter, 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 encounter.
Dungeon Master, at this point, I'm assuming the 8 hours has, or I'm sorry, 10 hours has elapsed for Velvin's strength spell.
Yeah, that's gone.
Yeah, slapping that on him again.
Okay. Hugo going for 2.5 hours of spell work. Okay, so Chromie, you'll be able to do that. Hugo, you're going to be doing spell work.
All right, Dungeon Master, first things first, since I can't get 5th level back, going for the 2/4.
2/4.
And
Okay.
4 times, so that's 24 minutes.
Yep.
2
Done.
stone skins. Bam, bam. After that, an invisibility and a strength. That's
2
6 and
seconds.
6.
Magic missile, magic missile, magic missile. Death bolt 2. Okay. Well, Hugo, I'll get back to you on that in a minute. Okay, Chromite, after those second levels, any first levels?
2.
Alright.
A magic missile and a detect magic.
Alright. And yeah, you're good. The
You
morning
haven't
has
rolled for
come,
the
light
strength
shines
spell.
upon Denalia. Velvin's made some breakfast.
Okay. In that case, I've got my spells back. I'm gonna eat, Dungeon Master.
Chromie,
Aye.
you forgot to roll for the strength spell.
Oh,
Yep, brain fart. It's getting late.
3. Sorry, it's only a 3.
1820.
Yep.
But that's good for the next 10 hours,
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a good point.
which is most of the day.
Velvin, STR 1820. Until you cast it at that time, brings it to... Done. Okay.
And Dungeon Master, when I finish eating breakfast, Stone Skin, Vasa, and Velvin.
Okay. Mark them off,
Thank you.
guys.
Yep.
Ching, ching.
Alright, Hugo's been in
Doesn't that
prayer
feel
this whole
good?
time.
Guys, doesn't that feel good?
Oh, dude, so good. When we made it through the nights without ever taking any hit points in my case,
Oh,
it
yeah.
feels so good.
When Vasa realized Ecroromede was attacking her and Ecroromede rolled the hit, and it was like, okay, you mark off that stone skin. It's like, shit, thank God. Oh, shit. Imagine Ecroromede if you'd been able to use your full intellect. Okay, dismiss the spells on them at once.
Okay,
Fire
you know what the
counts.
worst? You know what the worst part is, right?
Hmm?
Velvin wasn't thinking that like he was going to try and stop Ecromede. He was like, "Am I supposed to help him?" So I was like, "No, I got to finish this fight. I got to finish these guys. I'll worry about
That's
the 2
funny.
men after. He can handle her. I'm not worried about that. I'll finish these guys."
But I was seriously going for subdual against the enemies because
Oh
You
no,
had
it
a
wasn't
phrase.
it wasn't twisting your perception of allies versus enemies. This was, okay, I'm piloting now. I'm still figuring out the gear shift and such, but I can swing your sword arm, and I'm not swinging gently. Hence why it wasn't subdual. It was, nope, try and kill.
wow.
Well, I mean, you torched most of their ground troops. They needed a new ground troop. Oh, that guy's strong. Try and get him. Damn it, I can't see him. Cast a light. Yeah. Oh, I got him. Look at him. Yeah. Look into my eyes, mortal.
If only I'd rolled a couple of digits.
Yeah,
higher.
if you wouldn't have rolled a 6.
I
Yeah.
know that sucked. But
At
we
the
still
plus side. Yeah.
beat their happy asses into fucking teleporting away.
Oh, yeah, no. One of them was dead. The teleport was a spell-like power, so it did take off at the end, but it's dead on arrival. The other one's
Sweet.
critically wounded, so it's like, shit. Fuck.
All right, companions. We need to get moving.
Oh, I bet you if you could find their lair, they'd have some good loot.
They do have a nice
Alright.
treasure type.
But the problem is we have no horses to pull the wagon.
No. So perhaps we wait here till some unlucky bastard passes by with horses.
That is an option, or we make our own luck. Now.
How so?
Well,
We can't
No.
push and pull this thing.
Delvin, I've made you strong. I am strong. Jazeel, I will not ask you to join us in the traces.
That's probably best.
That is just not right. Now is it, chap?
Jaziel nods in agreement.
Then Jazeel, you're on Overwatch.
And
Hugo,
anything that doesn't have to be on the wagon is not on the wagon.
Vasa, you two get to push.
Alright, if y'all are offloading stuff, let me know. Because, yeah, the less weight the...
Offloading? No.
Just
Not
the
the
people.
meat,
Just the
the-
people.
Oh.
Just
Okay.
the people.
Just
We're
the
keeping all our
people.
stuff.
We're gonna push this goddamn wagon.
Alright, pulling and pushing. It's 4 people, and Jaziel's not pulling, but okay, 4 people, 2 with exceptional strengths. That there. Let me quickly
And-
check an encumbrance thingy. I'll
And
make
as
this
we're
quick, guys.
pushing it down the road, and you hear Delvin grumbling about how we never should have bought this wagon from Henry Ford. Never.
Very nice. Okay, 18 Ot 1 to 1850 has a weight allowance of 1,000 extra gold pieces. That's 100 extra pounds. 18 double Ot has 3,000. That is in gold pieces, not pounds, right? Yeah, gold pieces. Alright. And let's see. You all are in pretty normal strength ranges there and there, if I recall correctly. Okay, it's gonna be pretty slow going, party. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yep. Chromie,
Yes.
as slow going as this is, if we see someone passing with horses, they're our horses now, right?
Something like that.
The party is evil bastards, and I love it. Alright, that being said,
So,
Hugo,
yeah.
you will finish your spell work, obviously, before this takes place, and it's going to take a little bit of time to get set up, so it's about that time the party's moving out, same way as before.
Yep. And we're sure as hell not steering this off the road when
No.
we set camp. Okay.
Okay. Now I've got
Yeah.
Ecroromede front right, Velvin front left, Hugo back left, Vasa back right.
Works for me.
Reasonable.
And Jaziel's the tip of the spear.
About
Keeping
10
his
feet in
eyes
front, keeping an eye out, and he'll,
Yeah.
like, do something to get your attention.
I see this picture in my mind of these band of travelers pushing this wagon full of
Cats.
dragon meat.
You have got to be shitting me! Yes! Yes!
This demands that I go for nicotine.
You should, because you're not going to get a chance for a while by the sounds of it.
Yeah, because Evelyn's too excited. I'll be right back.
Yes! The fourth 19 of tonight.
Oh, fuck you. I was hoping for the 20. With all we've been through, we deserve a Forsaken.
I mean, the Forsaken might be pretty mean.
It's going to be these guys coming back. Well,
Which
the
guys?
guy. The one guy.
The one
The guys
guy.
who just left. Fuck.
No, not that, not that, not him.
It's got to be more
Question.
alien monsters. They have to.
Is
fit the-
19 like just the extremely powerful?
No, it's just the
Like-
homebrewed, which sometimes is the same thing, but other times not.
I thought the homebrew was. I thought the homebrew was not one.
No, homebrew's 19. Something awful is nat 20. Something easy is nat 1. I don't have any more monsters to throw at y'all that I can really work in here. Most of these stay in their lair. Hey, y'all have seen some Champas. What are the odds? I'll give it a 1 in 10. 8. Okay, so I'm just going to roll up on a different encounter. Monster Manual 2.
Alright, what the fuck happened?
Nothing.
I'm
It got
re-rolling it.
canceled.
I actually ran
Yeah.
out of good random encounters that I've homebrewed. Most of these are,
Goddamn magic resistance.
Right?
Don't tell me this much. Would I have dropped those two things had it not been for magic resistance?
the left one, yes. The right one, no.
And the left one was the one on fire, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Injured.
On
Maybe
fire,
it was
shot by me twice.
I should have 1-4 split it instead of 2-3.
Wow, they
Right.
still
Damn it,
fucking
if I'd
resisted.
have killed them and broke their command, we'd have had slave labor for getting this shit. Yeah, I know Velvin's against slaves, but damn it, this is a wagon full of dragon meat and shit.
You know what? For old time's sake, since y'all are working
Yeah,
so hard.
I was coming around to that side of it, that we had nothing to haul the wagon.
So the party is heaving along, step, push, step, push. A little bit faster than that, but if you all are getting a mile per hour, you're going downhill.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're looking at a half mile per hour probably.
Yeah, something like
To
that.
try and not kill ourselves and wear ourselves out.
And as y'all are traveling, you've got Jazeel in the front, and the party is entitled to perception checks. Those in the front, penalty of 2. Those in the back, penalty of 6.
Ooh, nat 20. I see nothing.
Nice. Okay.
Nope, neither.
Okay, Ecroromede, you are the only person in the party to perceive this other than Jazeel. No, Jazeel failed. Ecroromede, you... What the fuck? With that perception score, he's the only one that passed. Hell has frozen over, ladies and gentlemen.
Sure.
Alright.
Sure for the almost wizard.
Yeah, Ecroromede, as the party's passing by a more leafy, bush-filled, more forested area, a bit thicker here, you perceive there are some creatures darting away in the brush. They detected the party and seem to be moving on from the Owl Horse. You interested in
Hold,
poking
party.
that in? Hold?
Hold party. Look around.
Stop the wagon and look around.
Alright. Well, they'll be rustling in the bushes that most of the party should be able to pick up, and it's moving away pretty quickly.
Hey, hold there, you. We mean you no harm.
Anyone else doing anything while Ecroromede says that?
Just waiting.
Alright. The rustling gets quieter and further away.
Meh.
One of you, come out. Speak with us. Nothing, Dungeon Master?
Nothing. The forest, there's maybe a bird chirping or animals making noises, but,
Fucking goddamn unicorns or some shit.
dinosaur, herbivore. 7 feet tall, though. If you'd captured them, they could have been helpful, but they're gone.
Yeah, Hey, I can't rememorize Entangle Row. I didn't have enough sleep, so...
You know, we could have got those guys to tow the wagon for us, right?
That's why I used the rope.
No, but those guys that we entrapped, even though they were mine slaves, we should have harnessed them up and made them chase us.
No,
That would be...
They kept getting this break out command. They wouldn't have walked. They would just struggled to get loose.
Ecroromede is correct, but that is a hysterical mental image. The party is the carrot at the end of the stick.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. If they want to attack us, as long as they're tied to the thing and they're moving forward, they should continue coming towards us.
I would love to have used that, but I could see too much that it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, Grills, remind me of a different spell you could have used at the end of session. Although it should be when you get this thing back, but that's fine.
Well, I gotta go by what I've got memorized. So...
Fuck, another one.
All right,
Hey, this time it
then
wasn't
that's,
19.
If whatever it was ran the hell off, it's like, it's gone. Let's keep pulling.
Monster Manual 1. Ooh, this has some good monsters. I keep rolling low numbers now. Everything wants to attack the party, and I feel sorry for them. The monsters, that is.
We're here struggling, pulling a wagon, and gotta keep fighting everything. It's horrible.
Huh. Where
We're gonna move like 3 miles today.
Ooh. Cool.
Sooner or later, something is going to try to pass us one way or the other on the road. It's a
Y'all-
goddamn road.
Y'all are on a road, and it is by a intersection, so yeah, you'll probably see something. That being said, party, again, perception checks. No penalties this time.
No, I failed again, 18.
Jesus. Okay, Vasa, your characters.
I'm too lost in deep thought about Yellowrin.
I know it.
I'm sorry, my parents texted me to go downstairs. What's going on?
You need to make
Perception check.
perception checks.
Any penalties or bonuses that I should be aware
Just
of?
as is.
Both pass.
Both pass. Alright. Those of you that made your perception checks will notice a shadow passing above y'all. And as you look up to the sky, you'll see flying about a few hundred feet, not even a few hundred, and maybe a few hundred feet or so. It's hard to gauge to be certain. There are several large winged creatures. They're reptilian in nature, so it appears they got the long, pokey beaks. They're some type of dinosaur. For those of you that, that's off-world, that they'd be dinosaurs, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got the long spear-like nose beak thing.
Oh, someone's typing.
Yep, I hear the clickety-clackety. I'll put in a new if y'all want, but if y'all just want to keep going forward, you can keep going forward. Hold, companions. Look up.
Sounds like we're looking for experience.
What do we see, Dungeon Master? They're several hundred feet up. How many of them are there?
Like 7 or 8 of them. Some of them are bigger, some of them are larger, of course. It could be some type of family unit, if this type of dinosaur has that type of family unit.
All right, several. 6, 10,
About 8,
20?
looks like.
About 8. And they're still 200, 300, 400 feet up?
Something like that. Distance, obviously, you don't have a measurement to tell for sure.
Okay, how many limbs?
They've got the wings, they've got small claw-like feet that are, yeah. And the wing things might be like a wyvern, where there's like a hook thing at the tip of it, and it can use it as a primitive arm for grasping onto the ledges of things, but, yeah.
Their tail?
Let me check. There's no picture here, so I kind of have to guess. I believe it has a short tail. Yeah, let me see if I can
All right.
Google it.
It
This
looks
is
like
based
a-
off an
it looks
IRL
like a
dinosaur, you
pterodactyl.
know.
Old companions.
Yeah, I got it. There we go.
See what they're doing. I do not know if this is an attack or if they're just
One of these
circling
fuckers.
for carrion.
You think you can reach them with a fireball?
Probably.
Blast them. What's the worst gonna happen? They're gonna come down here and start a fight?
I'll save my spell unless it looks like they're attacking.
Might be good meat, though.
Alright, so
have
Ecroromede,
good-
you're holding and awaiting further action from the monsters?
At the moment, yes.
Okay.
And keeping alert, because if those things are circling, we might be on top of a carrion pile.
Yeah, we might be carrying one with us.
Well,
For what it's worth, they don't seem to be paying attention to the party too much, and they're proceeding in a mostly southeasternly direction.
all right, then we'll continue moving, but I'll ask Hugo and Velvin to keep an eye on those things as we go,
Okay.
and Vasa, keep an eye around our surroundings, as will I.
Okay. We'll do so.
And we'll continue trudging our wagon, Dungeon Master.
Yep. It's slow going. And you've got the arm and strength thing, but funny enough, the gauntlets of Ogre Power don't give you the full body, so there are points where like your arms can pull, but your legs can't heave the proper way, It's fun. Hey, the next 2 hours at least do pass without too much difficulty. You can see the crossroads off in the distance.
Okay.
That being said, it ain't lunchtime just yet, so I imagine the party's continuing forward as much as possible.
Yes, let's make it to the crossroads.
And we're all pretty much shifted back to, push, pull, and keep our eyes open on the surroundings. And we've got Reveal on Overwatch.
Well, I've been checking for roadside encounters, and just nada. for the past few
Wow.
hours. Where art thou, thine thing? So yeah, around lunchtime, the party does make it to the intersection.
All right, then. Let's stop and eat. And
We're eating our own rations this time.
we're eating rations that are off of the wagon, which I will mark off. We have, let's see,
Okay.
4 people.
Something like that. South Road, Black Box,
Four.
Rivera,
Yep, 4 of us.
4.
Crossroads,
I've got the
Oasis,
rations
Ironkeep.
covered.
Don't even have any horses to feed anymore.
Nope.
Oasis to Black Box, EQ to
So,
Black Box.
Dungeon Master, we're gonna set like a camp here at the crossroads.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all just camping out there and waiting for something fun to happen.
Pretty much, yeah. This is a fucking road.
Yeah.
Roads don't exist where people don't need them. which
Yeah, we
means-
really don't feel like pushing this another
No.
10 miles.
Dan, I can't find the calculation I crunched for the distance between the road and Ironkeep, but okay.
Jazeel, if we don't find assistance in a day, do you think you could go back to the keep and fetch us some horses to pull this? Because I would not ask you to do so, chap.
You know, he kind of tilts his head at you in like a questioning manner. He's got a question on his head, and
Jazeel, I can give you a note. You know Kassan. She can read. She can read the note. You could lead the horses back. I know it would take you a day. It would take some time, but you lead the horses back. We all move much faster after that. It's a pain in the ass. But still, it's better than the rate we've been going, yes?
he nods.
All right. Then let's give it a day. And if we haven't found something better, then I will ask this of you. Besides, you're the one that keeps snipping dragon meat off of the wagon when you think I'm not looking. I've seen that, Jazeel, and I don't begrudge you.
He licks his fangs. Alright, so the party is camping out by the crossroads.
All right,
That didn't take long.
Companions, I did not get a full night's sleep, and as you may know, that interferes with my ability to mentally cogitate and focus my full abilities. So
We
I
tried,
would like
sir.
to take, I would like to take a bit of a nap. Do you think you can handle things while I am drowsing?
Yes.
Okay, Velvin, take hold of this and only use it if you absolutely have to. This is one of my most prized possessions. The triggers are here and here. The bolts are envenomed and magic. Make sure you see where they go if you need to use it while I'm asleep.
Yes, sir.
And Dungeon Master, I will hand over my over-under heavy crossbow to Velvin. And I will go underneath of the wagon into the shade to try and get some goddamn 4 hours of sleep. Because I'm guessing that should get me enough to get my spells back up all the way.
Yep.
I'll try it in session and find out.
Yep.
I will
BRB.
patrol around the
bathroom.
wagon.
Oh, he's going to the bathroom. I'm getting the smoke.
Done.
Ah,
I think we should adjust the night formation, the watch schedule now, because it's just the 4 of us. I think Hugo should take first watch. That way he can get a solid 9 hours sleep after that if we have no encounters.
All right, what I miss?
I'm just we're talking about the watch schedule for at night
Ah, okay.
because you have last watch. That way you can get a full night's rest if there's no encounters.
Yeah,
and
if I
we
can
should-
get that, what is it, 8 hours?
Yeah.
Then I can fully refresh.
And I was saying we should put Hugo on first watch, so that way after his watch he can get 9 hours of rest if there's no encounters.
Okay, since he's the only other spellcaster, yeah.
Yeah. And Dom typed that up, so I was just telling him so he could edit it.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
Right now.
Welcome back, Dungeon Master. All right, so yeah, the plan is we're camping at the crossroads. Velvin has my heavy over-under crossbow. It is currently loaded with a pair of +3 bolts that are envenomed with giant wasp venom. And yeah, I'm sleeping. I don't know what the fuck they're doing other than keeping watch. And oh yeah, here's my spyglass from Jaziel's saddlebags, so y'all can spy around.
Vasa, you have the really good perception, so you take the spyglass because I'm going to patrol around the wagon to protect the Chromede with the over-under crossbow in hand.
You have the really good
Okay.
perception is kind of meta, but allowed.
I just mean, like, she sees a lot of stuff. I don't see nothing.
Meta.
Ooh, that
Would the party
crossbow.
like a gimme now in exchange for a fuck you later?
No.
Okay.
Nope, not at all. No fuck yous later.
Nope.
I'll take a fuck you now and a fuck you later too, but I'm not taking a
Okay.
gimme for a fuck you.
All right, let me toss up this first little thing. I did roll up that bandit camp. I wonder if they're on the... Nah, I'm joking. Well, it will take about 40 or so minutes. Ecroromede, you're snoozing at that point. Jaziel's on Overwatch. Velvin's on Overwatch. And yeah. Vasa, you can give me a perception check with that spyglass.
Okay.
I don't want to wake Need up, but I don't want to make this decision without him.
Pass by 4.
Vasa, a caravan heads from Oasis going southwards.
It's a caravan. You can.
I will look over to. Well, I will tell Belvin that when he comes by, hey, we got a caravan coming. I don't know what y'all had planned.
How many wagons?
Dungeon Master, how many wagons?
Oh, 7 or 8 of them by the looks of it. There are men on horseback wearing either leather or chainmail armor, circling around it. There are people sitting in the wagons which appear to be loaded with some type of goods of another type. Some type or another of goods. And yeah, it's proceeding pretty slowly down that road to the north.
Sorry, Dungeon Master, what was the number of wagons again?
Like 7 or 8 of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not gonna do nothing with that, Vasa. Too many. We don't want to cause a stir. If it was a single wagon, perhaps. But
Okay, which direction are they headed?
you're sleeping.
They are heading from the north to the south. From Oasis down towards you all at the crossroads.
I don't want to wake you, Ecroromede, not to have to ambush
No,
7
I'm just
wagons.
clarifying that.
Yep.
Alright, so is the party doing anything special?
We'll wait until they get close and see if we can talk to them. Maybe they'll sell us one of their horses or something.
Alright. Well, another hour or so will pass, and yeah, after that first 30 or so minutes, Melvin, you'll see them too. And, yeah, pretty flat open stretch, so they get closer, and when they're about, say, 600 or so feet away, you know, some of their riders peel off and start approaching at a slightly faster pace. These are guys in the chainmail, of course. They have magic crystals as the miasma parts around them and seals back up behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And the riders move forward at a pretty decent trot, and as they get to about 60 or so feet away, one of them raises their right arm in a hail.
I give a hail and a chest thump.
They proceed forward, slowing...
I will do some form of hail, and I will also put my finger to my lips as a sign of to be quiet.
Well, it's a nice attempt, Vasa, but horses tend to make a lot of noise when they clip-clop against cobblestones or dirt paths. Ecroromede, you'll get a perception check in a minute, but yeah, so they'll approach, and they do seem to be trying to keep their voice down, and hail, travelers.
Good day to
Hell.
you.
I notice you don't have any horses. What happened?
We were attacked by some creatures in the night, and they burnt our horses with some magical spells.
Bad stuff, that.
We escaped with our lives, but our horses weren't so lucky. We've dragged this thing now, I don't know how many miles, but perhaps your caravan might have a horse to spare for sale? At
We
least
can
one?
ride back and check with them. That should be possible. Do you have gold to pay?
We do.
I see the dragon's head in the back. That is dragon head, right?
Yes. Yes, that is a
Very
green
impressive.
dragon.
You must be powerful adventurers. I think we can spare a horse or two for dragon hunters.
Where's my perception check? Come on.
Right about now, go ahead.
Dying here.
Yeah.
10 out of 13.
Yep, Ecroromede, someone said dragon hunters and that woke you up.
Okay, I'm rolling out from underneath the wagon. Of course, reaching for my crossbow that isn't there, but okay. And taking in the situation.
Yep. Two people on horseback, chainmail armor. One's got their hand on the hilt of their sword, but it's more resting there than clenched, ready to draw at a moment's notice, and they're talking with your companions.
Aye. Okay, so I'm absorbing. There's a caravan not far away. These guys. What is the situation, comrades?
I believe your companions have been struck by the silence sickness.
No, I'm thinking.
Well met then, travelers.
Well met. You're dragon hunters?
I'm an arms merchant, primarily.
Arms merchant.
But I do many things. Might I ask your destination?
We were headed to Red Lamb, and the other guy is looking at you, Ecroromede, kind of funny, cocking his head. Arms merchant? No way! Ecroromede, the arms merchant from the tournament?
Aye. You know of
wow.
me.
I saw you fight the other year. Wow.
I'll slight bow, nod. Not my best performance, but I'm not ashamed either.
Oh man, we gotta sell this guy horses. We got it, man.
Well met, and your name?
He'll sprout off some asinine normal name.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, unfortunately, fighting some heinous night-stalking monsters. Our horses were destroyed. We're headed towards Rivera, but you're headed the opposite direction.
Yeah, the lead man will take charge again and, wave his hand at the other one. Just shush for a second. We are, but I think we can sell you some horses.
That would be good. Would you confer with your caravan master about that? We will wait here. In good faith.
They promise to be back shortly, and yeah, they should have some draft horses to sell.
Companions. Who cooked the last dragon meat that was tasty?
Hugo?
Hugo, strike up a fire and cook some steak.
We'll do so.
We're going to treat them with mistakes.
Velvin, my crossbow, please.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
So the party's going to get their knickknacks together and so forth, and the caravan will approach. It takes them about 30 more minutes or so. They pick up the pace a little bit, and yeah. The leader of the caravan will come forth. He was in one of the lead wagons, and yeah, with some of the other mercenary armed guards, he'll introduce himself as Tharnim, blah blah blah. He has a name I haven't thought of.
Right.
And he explains that he's a member of a merchants guild between the cities, and he just ships some goods back and forth. And among their goods, they do sell animals. Thus, he can sell you some draft horses.
Very well. I'll greet him with the chest thump, the steepled finger, and the semi-bow.
And he returns with just a short semi-bow with his... it's not quite the chest thump, it's a bit different. Two of the fingers are extended over the heart. But, yeah, short bow paired with a chest thump, fingers over heart, might be a merchant's greeting. Anyways...
Well then, as you seem to be a man of means and capability, and we have business to discuss, can you spare the time to stop for a meal at my camp, as I have fresh dragon steak?
They are very interested in that, and yeah, the company had lunch a few hours ago, but the horses won't mind the rest.
Then please bring yourself, your bodyguardsmen, and your most trusted advisors, and I shall see that there's enough cooked. How many would that party number?
10 or so.
10
Himself,
or so.
a couple advisors, each of them have some bodyguards.
Hugo, please bend your best talents to preparing their steaks the way they would like them, as well as enough for whoever else is around. And let us palaver at the cost of a few horses, as I'm sure your man, and I'll drop his name, he has spoke to you, he's seen me fight in the arena, and he's told you of our discomfiture.
Yes. Well, the man explains that he himself is a purveyor of comfort, he sees it, you know? People want things, they need things, and he's happy to help provide them with whatever their needs are. Horses, clothing, goods, etc., etc. You're a very esteemed customer to add to the list, so he's happy to help negotiate with the price of thing if you want to wait over food, or do it now. I don't want to
Okay.
drag down session too much, but we got 10 minutes on happy role-playing if you'd like.
Okay, nah, we're going to fastball this DM, but I'm going to treat him, since he's the leader, and his.
He's got 2 other associates and some nice clothing, and each of them has a couple of the guys in plate mail that they trust as bodyguards or mercenaries they've hired.
Okay.
Caravans on Denalia are less frequent but much larger because Miasma is a bitch and a half.
Yeah. So I'm going to treat them to dragon steaks, and of course I'll take the first bite myself. You understand the implications of
Oh yeah,
that.
common in the merchants thing is, hey, did this guy poison my food? Oh, he's eating from it? Yeah, it's probably good.
I'll cut a bite from the steak, eat it, and then pass him the plate. You know, that's I'm the
Either
food
you
taster.
poisoned it and took an antidote, or you're certain it's not poisoned.
Okay. So that being the case, and we will come to negotiate because, yeah, I've got this wagon. I need to get this to Rivera. I need some horses, and
yes, he inquires if you can maybe get him some comfort. He's interested in the dragon steaks.
And for the price of 2 horses, how much dragon steak? Because this is a fine commodity, but you won't be hurting my business as you're headed
East.
west. I'm headed east.
All
Now,
right.
if you hurry, you could find the rest of the corpse. If the carrion have not taken to it, it's been about a day and a half.
Most likely it is
doubtful.
gone by then.
So the commodity is very prized. But again, of course, I'm in a bit of a pickle, because otherwise I'll pull this wagon my damn self to Rindera.
There's no need for a lord such as yourself to assume such an undignified pose. I think, assuming a price of 3 gold pieces to the pound would mean 20 pounds for 2 draft horses at standard market prices.
20 pounds for 2 draft horses. I think we can reach that accommodation. Would you care to send your butcher forward to take choice selections?
They do have someone who has decent skill with meat, so yeah, they'll go ahead and poke around and be like, yeah, some of the outer stuff's a bit singed, and you can tell, oh, you've got something eaten there, but he keeps it short and professional. This bit's good, this is worth selling, so. You know, they have scales, of course, as merchants tend to do, and they'll weigh it and salt it, because it's been unsalted this whole time, and yeah.
Yes.
They'll offer to sell you some salt for the rest of your stuff if you'd like, in exchange for another pound of the meat.
Done.
Done. Alright, marking off
And
21
if your
pounds.
man would administer the salt so that it's done properly, as I'm a professional in killing these things, not treating the meat.
To each their own, and he'll apply a bit. No, you do not have thousands of pounds, you have hundreds. Almost added a 0 at the end of
And
your
Dungeon
thing.
Master, I will break out the bag of holding so they may salt the rest of it.
Oh,
You wanna-
very impressive items, sir. That would be That is obviously magical in nature, and you are never going to part with that willingly. Not for all the gold in the world, are you?
I'll tap my sword. It's worth more than me than you will ever have the money for.
Very understandable. Just checking. again, he's a man of comforts, and something like that would be of tremendous comfort to so many, but it is yours, and by Reverus' law, he will not touch it unless you give it to him.
But by chance, if I ever get an extra one that I'm willing to part with, and I'll give him contact points with the Inn of the Drunken Fighter, that kind of thing. Because leverage.
Leverage, yes. All right. Well, he's good with that. His men have salted your meat, which should help it last a bit longer. It's had a couple days of airtime, except for the stuff in the bag, which is actually pretty fresh. The void
But
between worlds doesn't really spoil too badly.
Yeah, we're gonna get them to salt that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And
they will salt it. That's going to take not a couple hours, but that's going to take a bit of time. And yeah.
Okay.
Once it's all said and done, you're a few pounds lighter on the meat, which is worth more than they sold it to you, for sure. But standard merchant thing. Give them a good offer up front and negotiate to a better one if you can.
They ripped me off, and I know that, but we negotiated on good faith, and I'm getting horses, and we're going to make better times. So
2 healthy-looking draft horses will be unleashed from one of the wagons, and they'll split some stuff up with some of the less drafty horses that they can use to pull anyways. And yep.
They know they got a good deal, and I didn't just murder their entire caravan.
Yes, you did, which counts towards RPXP. You live in a world, and the fact is there are only a few type of people that think that the best way to live in a world is fireballing the residents every time you have a slight disagreement.
So, anyhow, that enhances the party's reputation. They and we'll warn them. Also, Dungeon Master, I'm going to warn them about that tree, and that they should stay very clear of it. It is highly enchanted, and I'll describe it to them to a T. But for them not to worry, I'll be returning to destroy that thing soon. But say nothing else to any others other to avoid it, because it is cursed.
Alright, they can accommodate that. And yeah, at this point, you've sold them meat, you've gotten horses and salting done. If you have any other common wares, they're happy to do more trades for dragon meat, of course, or if you actually just want to sell it to them for gold, they're happy to buy for a bit. They obviously don't have thousands of gold in their purses, but lines of credit if you were willing, honestly.
I will explain to them that I am a part owner of a tavern, inn, and that as such, it's
famous for the sales the other year. Very powerful stuff.
It's worth as much to me as it could be to them, and for them to outprice it, they would take a loss, and I can't do that to them in good confidence. One merchant to another. Arms merchant.
Comfort merchant, yes.
Same thing. Go ahead, Vasa. I mean, Dom.
Double M. Vasa will ask if they have a wine skins and some good wine they're willing to sell.
Oh, absolutely. Standard shop prices, Vasa.
I'll tip a little
Funny
bit.
enough, Ecroromede, they actually didn't rip you off so bad. I was considering raising the prices from 30 to 40 gold pieces because, you're stranded without horses, but you had a reputation for being a nasty son of a bitch who killed people who disagreed with him, so they kept it at standard prices.
And then I could have just taken their horses. Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm gonna put down 4 gold pieces. That's a 3 gold piece tip.
3 gold piece tip. Alright. Well, that will get you some very good wine. And yeah, there's wineskin, 1 quart, so there you go.
Okay, so at the time that the negotiations and the trades are finalized, Dungeon Master, how much daylight do we have left?
You've still got a few hours yet. You could head south to Ironkeep or east to Rinvera. But you're not making it to either one before night falls. That being said, the party can get that 3 mile per hour thing, can't they?
Yes, we can. So
guess what I get to do?
We'll depart from the merchant caravan and tell them that if it were closer to nightfall, I would keep camp with them to ensure their safety, but their guardsmen appear to be sufficient, so it is no major concern, and obviously my party is sufficient at defending itself.
One last thing, Dungeon Master.
Mm-hmm.
As they seem to be selling equine, I would like to inquire about an all-black horse.
All-black horse? Yep, sadly, their stock isn't quite that. They do more workhorses and laborers. You'd probably want to speak to someone who does like breeding and such. They can give you a couple recommendations if you're willing to throw a silver or two at them. Not physically throw it, but you know.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Any specifics that you might know that, like a
Well,
certain
No.
breed of horse?
obviously
that
they
might-
won't know who has what, but it is known that the city of Corey has some of the best stablers in the kingdom. That's north of Oasis. If you pass by that, they shudder if you say it, as they say
Thank
it,
you.
morgue.
Delvin, I'm sure if our new made friends find something that would suit your request, they'll send word to the drunken fighter. Yes?
They can try, but that's a bit like, hey, Mr. Mailman, if you could mail me anytime you see a cat that is this color. They see a lot of horses, and by the time the mail arrives and you get there, it's like, oh, that was sold a month ago.
And I'm sure that if such a thing were to occur, I could extend certain courtesies above and beyond the usual when our newfound friends are, in fact, in Renvera, where I know a number of powerful people.
They will make an attempt, but they obviously promise nothing concrete. Merchants have this way of talking where they sound so nice and pleasant, and they're trying to steal your socks in the meantime.
Of course, nothing is guaranteed in the meantime, but if these things should come about, then
If you wish for the finest breeding stock, Corey is known to be the best. They have some of the best stablers in the land there. Nothing quite
Cool.
as impressive as, and they will gesture to Jazeel as if he were just another horse, but
oh, Tap, this is my friend Jazeel. Jazeel, say hello to the merchants, please.
Jazeel looks at them in the eyes and smiles really wide, licking with that thing, and obviously that has the standard unnerving effect of, oh fuck, that thing's smart.
Jazeel, they're not on the menu.
The eyes stay, but the licking does stop. Apologies, fine steed. Did not know.
My friend's a little hungry. He gets that way. And, well, not to misstate the obvious, but you people are well fed, and you can understand he would look quite delicious to him. I would take it as a compliment.
They shall. This is XP calc. God dang it.
Very well. We shall continue on, and may the gods favor your journey and your trade. And Dungeon Master, we're gonna, with those new horses, we're gonna saddle up and move out, and I am no longer fucking walking. God damn it, yes.
Yep. Hey, you got some lucky and unlucky rolls today.
Oh,
Before we leave, Dungeon Master, head count. Are there any monks that are at being their bodyguards?
Doesn't appear to be. They're all wearing at least leather armor or better. One of them does have a glowing neon sign above their head that says, I am a monk. Is that what you're looking for?
ooh. You got to go talk to that guy, Dom.
That is a joke, by the way.
I know.
Looking for like the monk colors, purple, orange, and I think it was blue.
Well, the monks, yeah. The merchants do tend to dress in very fine robes. There's a couple people in robes that may contain those colors. Blue and orange actually complement each other greatly. So the leader has this like blue undershirt over a orange robe I've just invented now. One of them's got green robes on. One of them's got this
Dungeon
sort of a
Master,
blue
can I run
sash
for
thing.
a smoke really quick?
Oh no, we're at end of session here. You can run for a smoke if you'd like.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, none of them immediately strike you as monk.
Okay.
Corey, you tell me.
Just straight north of Oasis. Avoid Morgue if you can. It's not a fun place to spend the night.
I've already had to dive through a window. How many more do I have to dive through in my lifetime?
Well, I'll also tell the merchants too. Then when they say that, how bad can it be? Do you see what has happened to us along the road that you're about to travel?
This is not untrue. That's what the guards and hiding are for.
Really?
Has
Well,
met a merchant
you're
caravan.
not gonna have a fire at your camp. You're gonna let yourselves get cold.
Oh goodness, no. They have many fires. Their camp
Yes.
has, they place torches on the grounds and such. They've paid for decent help, and honestly, they've prayed to the gods. They've done everything feasibly possible other than not going to be safe.
The cleric who was with us, she prayed to her gods too. And look where she is now.
There isn't a woman among your ranks, so I can only assume that she was eaten by the dragon.
Turned
Boss
into
is
ash,
kind of
pretty much.
standing there being the only woman in this party
Yeah, but
at
you're
the
a
present
goat. They
moment.
don't really get that.
I will headbutt you and your head will fucking explode. Don't
Are
try
you
me.
saying that to them, Vasa?
No.
Alright,
That
we're
was
officially
out
end of session.
character.
Yep.